We're live. Hey, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me if you're in here. Welcome to Pink's Garage live stream and from the garage. Working on the car today. Trying to get some parking brake cables put in because I haven't had them in a while and I kind of need them. So that's what I'm doing now. Let's see. So we're under the car. The problem is what we need to get to right now is above the drive shaft. Now, mind you, not that long ago, I had the exhaust system and the drive shaft off. So, doing the transmission, but I didn't have the brake cables yet. Had I thought about it, I would have waited until my brake cables showed up till I put this up back up here, because now I can't get to one bolt. It's right above the drive shaft, and it's such a pain in the ass. So that's what we're doing today. So welcome to the live stream, and hopefully we can get this done. What we got in there? What's up? What's up, Cooler? Yeah, I know. Had I thought about it, I would have known to wait till they got here. I forgot there was that one bolt right above the drive. Now, funny thing is when I took it off.
Howdy.
I guess I did it when the drive shaft was off. Yeah, never mind. Or no, I did it when I had the two-piece drive shaft, and it was a lot easier to get to. That's right.
That's the problem with like exhaust systems, H pipes, X pipes is, well, now that whole drive shaft in and out thing kind of, sucks.
I don't even think I need to take exhaust out. I think all I need to do is, well, maybe I do, because if I can't get to all these bolts right here, I just need to drop the drive shaft down a little bit. I don't even need to get it out. My tools aren't short enough, so I got this little setup going on here. So you got that, but it's too long. I went, and I think that's the shortest 10 I've got, but I may have a smaller one. I may have a shorter number 10.
And you
not
can't
my Milwaukee set.
You got to have like that swivel head on it.
Yeah, got to have the swivel. I got the swivel on it. You got to have that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the swivels make them longer, but
I know, but let me go check.
You got a wobble extension? Would that give you enough?
No, I don't have any wobble extensions in half inch or in quarter inch. Yeah, another thing I don't have. Just more tools I need to buy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. You're not cutting out or anything. That's good.
Okay. I'm just making sure that I did set it up so the headphones are working. Because last time I did it and the headphones weren't turned on, or the microphone was still using the computer. So as soon as I walked behind it, nobody could hear me. Let's see. Which toolbox is it in? Where are my small? I had it set a really small quarter inch fit, and I don't know where they are now. Let's see. Where did I put them? Oh, maybe they're up there in this toolbox. Damn it. Too many toolboxes. Good places for me. No, I saw the tall. Where are my short ones?
What do you just got one of them moving blankets down?
Yeah.
I do that a lot. The whole creeper thing is, I think, over.
Creepers move.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Trying to torque or untorque something, and the creeper wants to move around on you, or.
Yep. Exactly.
Or you don't want to roll because you found that one little piece of dirt or something that gets in rolling.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So now that you get all comfortable down there, what's going to happen is you're going to figure out that you forgot something. You have to get right back up.
Yeah, that is a problem. That is a problem, and it happens all the time.
What's old. About the 10th time is like, look, I'm just going inside. I'm done. I'm done, worn out. I ain't even turned anything.
Well, I was out here earlier and we realized, I was out here after work and was working on this for about an hour or so, and it was like, hold on, I need to get dinner, and I need to set up the live stream. So I went out and had my dinner. A little bit of gravy steak and mashed potatoes and peas.
Oh, nice.
Was gonna make country fried steak, but just didn't feel like it tonight. I mean, I wanted it, but my wife wasn't feeling good, and so I didn't want her to have to deal.
I almost had one of those. I went out to it's Miss Anna's on Townsend restaurant. They cook stuff like that, but I went with the chicken fried chicken instead of the chicken fried steak.
I do love a good chicken fried chicken.
Oh, that was a good one. And they didn't come with like 10 pounds of fries either. You know, it's like I don't want that many fries.
Well, that's good. I mean, I usually don't get fries with it anyway. I like the potato. Same thing, but
Yeah,
I like.
well, I got the mac and cheese, which is totally just as healthy, if not healthier, right?
There you go. I love mac
and cheese and okra. Hey, Cooler.
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
I'm looking.
No, I did. I had to drop the Ram Charger off for wheel alignment. So got that out of the way because I don't want to be driving it and going threadbare in 50 miles or something because that's happened before.
Yeah,
I dropped it off with a truck and trailer yesterday, and then I got my neighbor to take me down there, and I drove it. And after driving the Ram Charger and doing some good, opening up the 4-barrel test, I got into my Dart to go run an air, and it's completely lackluster.
Oh.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
My socket was the same length. I can't find I have a really little one somewhere. And I don't know where the hell it is.
You got any crow feet?
No, I do, but not down to 10 mil.
And you probably need a 12-point as well, right?
No, it's just regular. It's just a regular nut, thankfully. Where are crow's feet? I'm not actually sure how small they get. I know I had a set. I just think I have a small set of like 6. Yeah. But you mentioned that, and I'm like, hold on, I don't remember where the hell I bet you they're out. Those are probably out in the trailer in that toolbox. Because why would they be in my garage?
Yeah. Running to that all the time myself, trust me.
Yeah, I just did a big tool pickup. I got to a stopping point. It's like there's tools everywhere. I just picked everything up and need to bag up my hardware. I already got it in a pile. Get that done and then get ready to go to the next phase.
Well, for me, I keep stuff out in the trailer when I was using the trailer, and it's got a toolbox built into it. Stuff out there. It's got a little craftsman built into it. Like a 6-4. What did I do with the first? I know I bought a set. It's the
Hey, Justin.
And never mind. It's all standard too. I know I have it. It's probably out in the trailer, like I said, but it's all standard. I didn't buy a metric set. So now I know what I need. This really shouldn't stop me, but it is. From continuing on any further, then
Need that little one.
Mike just popped in.
Oh, is that a blue
What do you
one?
have? Let me see what you got there.
You need the short one like this that's got the swivel head on it.
Yeah. Is that a Blue Point wrench?
Actually, I need
no.
a long one with a swivel. I have a swivel head, but it's not long enough. Hey, Mike, it's not long enough for me to reach up there and get it with my exhaust in the way. I have to have long extension.
Oh, wait, then you need. Hold on.
I need what I know I don't have. I have ratcheting wrenches that are swivel head, and I have a 10, and it works great. What's that? Oh yeah, I need the swivel.
Oh, yeah. Built onto it instead of adding it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about buying those. I'm like, I won't ever need those. I'm not going to spend the money, and then I need one right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like crow feet. You never need them till you need them.
Yeah.
Well, I have a set of those,
That's it.
but as I
I have a set
recall,
of crow feet, and I don't remember the last time I used them, but I ain't going to get rid of them.
Nope.
I have a set. They're out they are out. I remember where they are. They're in the third drawer down in my toolbox in the trailer, but they are all standard size. They are not.
Yeah, I do not have metric crow feet. If I got to do that, I'm getting a grinder or something that just don't need to have a metric bolt in it anyway.
Well,
There you go.
I got a better idea for the brakes.
What? Cut them? I just put them back in.
I know I'm messing with you, Banks.
I had to pull the whole center console out to replace the. Well, I didn't even replace the whole handle. I only replaced the bottom part because the new handle that it came with. Hey, Mr. Marco, on the new handle it came with.
Hey, Mr. Marco
was dirtier than mine, and it didn't. The ratchet on it, the click didn't work, and I'm like, well, I just needed this bottom part anyway.
What are you doing, Pinks? You talking about the console and the click? I missed it.
My parking brake. I'm
okay.
reinstalling the parking brake on my car.
So no,
Got
what
it.
you're really doing is seeing how many times you can get up to get a tool and get back down before you say, forget it. I'm done. I'm worn out. So what's this, number 5?
I know that
yeah.
story. I've been in that story.
I believe that what's going to have to happen here
Every
is
time.
I'm gonna put the car down so that I can tighten the crankshaft pulley, because I still haven't tightened that up yet, and then come back to this later before I actually start driving it.
Write it down, or you're gonna forget, and you're like, "What's that noise?"
Oh no, I won't forget this. This is too much of a headache because I'm not going to tighten up. I'm not going to. This light.
The worst is when you take everything apart and you never take pictures, and then 9 months goes by and you got to put the engine back in and everything else. Where did this go?
That is the number one reason.
God.
That is the number one reason to have a YouTube channel right there. Is like, what did I do 6 months ago? Hold on, let me go back and look at that video.
I don't film a lot of this stuff anymore, so.
Like I said, try 9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
After 9 years, this is my car? Oh, yeah, it is.
I have a project that is actually got 2 projects that's torn apart, and it's been an extended period of time. So it's going to be a whole learning curve.
Wow.
Oh, we are filling up. What's up, Bama?
Hey, Bama.
Hey, Justin.
Bama Robama.
I gotta go. My headlamp died.
All right, number 6.
Well, this is for a headlamp. The battery died.
That's why you always have 2.
I do have 2, and I'm grabbing the other one right now off the charger.
Headlamp and a drop light and a spare drop light.
Well, I got a drop light hooked up under there, but it's not getting the angle I need. And then I got another drop light right over here if I need it. And if I really need, I got a couple more battery powered ones. I have lights. I love lights.
What's going on, John?
What's up,
Bama,
Bama?
Bama,
Hey,
Bama.
Bama.
Bama
Alabama.
Oh, Bama.
That
I'll be
didn't
right
sound
back. I
good.
got something cool to show you guys.
All right.
Be close to that button, Pinks.
What's
Yeah,
that?
be ready to click them off. Got something
didn't
to say.
say-
No, we don't want to see that.
Let me show you something. Zip.
Lord mercy.
Oh, we're back under the car. This hurts. I don't bend like I used to.
We're going
None
to
of
have
us
to have a
do.
GoFundMe for you, my friend, to get you a lift.
Lift, if I could, it's not a money thing. I could have bought a lift when I first moved in here, but
It's a ceiling thing.
it is an 8-foot ceiling.
You could have done the shorty lift.
I didn't want the
All right.
lift.
So here's the factory dash on the 70 Dodge I'm working on, right?
Oh, that's
The
nice.
old crummy gauges in it. Here's the prototype I have to put custom gauges in.
Nice.
Very
Oh,
nice.
nice.
So not quite working yet, but I got a little aesthetics to do on it.
Did you print that?
I had a friend print it, but I designed it. So
they have
I
a print
actually want to
bed that
go in
large?
and make this a production piece when I'm done.
So is their print bed that large, or did they stitch it
No,
together?
this is 3 pieces.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. They stitched it together.
So you can kind of see where I did the 3 pieces on it.
Yeah.
And then I hid the lines in there. But I got a little more design work to do on it, but pretty good first run though.
Are
That's
you
pretty
gonna paint
awesome.
it, put wood grain on it, or what are you gonna do?
No, I'll leave it like that.
Okay.
Now I will paint it black, and then you see the ridges in there.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to sand those and keep them gray.
Okay.
I think they'll look good with the gauge. Let me throw the gauge in there. You see what I'm saying?
You know, Dodge's, they use a lot of wood grain. That's why I asked.
Yeah, the factory, you saw what it was. It's just a black and kind of a silverish plastic piece because that was
Right.
the bezel, right? So
Oh.
it'll have that same look, but
That was the one with the speedometer that went all the way across it, right?
yeah. So I can get a 3 3/8 gauge in here, and I'll do like the speedometer, tachometer, and then of course all the main gauges.
I think Bama was asking me
But,
about that the other day.
On the glare, there it is. So that's the gauge set I'm putting in the 7000 series.
It looks nice. And
So
gauges aren't
that'll
cheap.
match good, and then all the inset in here will be blacked out. You know, all this, and then the ridge, I'll just put like a matte clear or something on it. That's the idea, and I think they'll look super sharp.
It's
I think
good.
it will,
And gauges aren't cheap anymore. I mean,
Oh no, I got 3
gauge.
gauges, and I got 3 to go, and it's going to be like 240, you know, to get the rest of them. But I'm also going all electric. I'm tired of that whole run the goofy temp gauge wire thing. It's always too short, you know. Running that, and same with you run a plastic oil line, and they want to leak on your floor and break off, and I'm done with that. So yeah, that's my electric water gauge right there. It's like the factory come with all the electric stuff. Just use that. Just plug it in.
See if I can reach with this thing. Don't think it can.
Yeah, I like them tire stands for that car. That's what I need. But I can't afford it.
No,
Now I do
damn
want
expensive.
to make something like that for the Fox Mustang too. So I've seen, I think Reversion, they make one, but it's for the digital dash. They don't make one with just the holes in it, so you can put your own gauges in. So that's the other thing coming up I'd like to do.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Florida 5.0 used to make that back in the day?
I don't know. Someone probably used to make it back in the day.
Yeah.
I can't find anyone who makes that. So, Reversion, they're like I looked it up today, 280, 270 for the one that just has the panel in it. I want a digital dash. So
What year is your Fox body again?
mine's an 89. So there'll be like kind of that window of the 87 to 89 or 90 in there, and then it goes to a little bit different cluster.
Yeah, 87 to 90 to 91, 93, they changed them up just a hair,
Yeah.
but they all still fit the same.
Well, if it fits the same and it has the same cluster, then it doesn't really matter. But you're going to put custom gauges in anyway.
What's interesting is what you 3D printed, you could probably sell for a couple $100. People
Yeah.
would buy it, and it's $2 to $3 in PLA or ABS for
Right
3D
there,
printer
I'm
materials.
using PETG HF, the new HF.
You're using PETG? Yeah.
Mhm. See, PETG is better than PLA for the heat resistance. That's why.
Yep.
Because the PLA can warp on you, and
Especially
like ABS is just a nightmare to print. So that's kind of the happy medium. But yeah, I kind of want to be like that kit right there. I want to be able to have all the light bulbs that come with it, because that's one thing you didn't see, the ridges. That's where the light bulbs shine through, and it's thin enough so you get the light coming through it. That's the idea. So still working on that, but I want to have all the light kit, all the mounting hardware, and be in the $100 range for that.
Nice. Here's the
Nice.
Pet G Pro. So I'm familiar with what you're saying for material.
Okay, is that, see, this is Bamboo Labs, so is that kind of like the Bamboo Labs HF? It's just a faster printing, better PET G?
Yeah, well, actually, I use a Bamboo Labs 3D printer.
Okay,
But it's just there's a lot of different brands of the that you can get. But yeah, Pet G is nice, and then I got PLA as well.
yeah. I wish I could use PLA, but the heat resistance, you leave it in your car and it can warp. So I don't want to take that risk.
Yeah, even better than the Pet G would be ABS if you use that.
Yeah, it's just I've been looking up, and you got the warping and the fumes, and for the strength of it, it's really not that much better. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to use like a PET G carbon fiber, or go to something like the what was that one? I done forgot what it was, but it's really it's what I want to make the carburetor spacers out of. PA6.
Yeah.
Either the glass or the carbon. When we do the carburetor spacers, that way they'll hold up to the heat.
Nice.
And you don't have to have special, it should be easier to print, and all that good stuff. But that's what I've been researching, and that's some of my prototype stuff there to learn. And then one of these days, when I get rich or sell one of my project cars, I'll build a Ford printer. Oh, I lost count. How many times have you gotten down to work on a car and got back up? Is number 8?
Well, no,
15.
I'm pulling everything out from under it now because I'm lower in the car.
All right, Pink's drop and give us 20.
He already did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on 21 now.
I couldn't do a push-up now.
I know since I've been on, he's probably dropped about 6 times, so that's got to be 20.
Yeah. And I was doing this for a couple hours before the last two started.
Yeah, my knees already hurt. Just watching you do that.
Not bothering my knees, my shoulder is hurt.
Hey, what do you guys think about Ken's dyno?
I think
Cool, ain't it?
I didn't see that. What did I miss?
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming.
Where is it though? Is it in the
Very
back
last
corner?
bay of the new shop. Very end bay.
Yeah, so
Smart.
in the back corner. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's kind of what it looked like because you couldn't see the office or nothing like that. So me and Sublime were talking, and we thought it was at the very last bay there.
Yeah, it's very last bay.
I thought there was a door on both ends down there, but I guess not.
No, the door on both ends is by the office.
Right. But I for some reason my brain was thinking there was one at both ends. But it'd be nice to have a door there just for exhaust fumes. But
I think if I know Ken well enough, he'll work something up or figure something out shortly. If nothing else, put an exhaust fan like above the sheet metal up top or something.
Yeah,
Okay,
actually, I have an exhaust fan I need to install. I got like the enclosed motor, so I'll use it as my paint exhaust fan, or just regular. It's like a 36-inch or something like that. So that should get the job done.
Yeah.
okay, question for all of you that are in here.
Yep.
I don't know where your
So,
10mm went.
No, I know where I have about 500 of those. But when I'm done and I get ready to start this thing, I'm going to put it back on the tune it was on before. But with my changed fuel system, I'm going to need another tune, aren't I?
Yes. It's gonna throw a code for the FPDM, and it can throw too much fuel to it.
I figured it might.
So yeah, you will need it updated for the fuel system and the rails and the injectors you got back in there now.
So
But-
how would he go about that? Does he got to get some kind of tune for it for when he first starts it up, or?
He can just get a hold of Daryl, and Daryl could probably just said, well, that's the one thing. Daryl didn't write the NA tune on the car, so
No, the old NA tune was done by, oh God. I think it's a Lund tune, actually.
Daryl can probably write an NA tune for the cold air kit and his headers and exhaust and the fuel system and get it together pretty quick.
So
Yeah, I
Lund
just don't have the
tune,
money to buy it right now.
but the Lund tune, is there any way that it'll send you some kind of adjustment so you can go ahead and use that tune, or?
They're going to charge him. It's been over 6
They'll charge
months,
me. They'll charge me over $100 for that.
Oh
if
yeah.
not
If
more.
I'm gonna spend that much, I looked it up on his website. It's gonna be $400 to get the tune I want.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm asking, because I've never done a tune on any of these
For-
cars.
For
Last
some
tune I
reason,
done was on the wife's Cobra.
the 2018 intake being on it cost $100 more. I don't know why. That seems kind of silly because
Yeah.
these are gonna be easy runoff. It's just money making for him.
If nothing else, see if you can't get a hold of Ken and get a hold of Daryl and see if he can do any better on it.
Yeah. If not, I'll just have to wait. I mean, I'm gonna have to wait either way because I don't have the money to get a tune right now.
Yeah.
Even if it was $50. So it cost me way too much to do this. Had I known it was going to cost me this much, I would have fixed the damn Whipple and just kept it on there. Fuel rails were $200. The throttle body was $70, which I had to get twice. Still waiting on a refund on the first one.
Yeah, but I think you wanted to make the car more drivable, more.
I did, but only because I only went that way because of what happened to the Whipple. If the Whipple hadn't gotten broken, I wouldn't have even thought about it.
Right.
Well, the one thing is too, once you do sell the Whipple, it'll be fine. You'll make your money back, and then some.
Yeah.
I think you'll like it better than myself.
I got a throttle body on here now that fits. It just came in today. I got my cold air intake back on, which it's just a Corsa. It's a non-tune required because it's like the same size as stock, so it's just that. But it is a closed box. It's not an open box. I don't like open boxes in here.
Right.
They just gets too hot. The only reason I haven't put this on yet is because I still need to tighten the crankshaft pulley because I haven't been able to do it because it had no clutch in it, and so I couldn't get it to hold, and I couldn't even get it to hold with my. Oh, hold on.
Can you not have one of them stubby impacts and get an impact on it?
I don't have a stubby impact.
No,
But
you don't impact crank bolt, no matter what. 100 foot-pounds.
sorry about that, Salty. I was having trouble with my mouse. No, it doesn't take a lot of it. I mean, judging by what Ford puts out for their crank bolt, if it was theirs, it's an ARP. But if it was theirs, it doesn't hardly get any foot-pounds on it. It's light.
No, it does. Yeah, it does. It gets 103, back it off, 74, then 90 degrees. It's
Hey,
stretch.
Tom, what's going on, buddy?
Going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Did we lose Mike? What up, Mike? You're back.
Hey, sorry about that connection. Hey, Salty, how you doing, sir?
Oh, good,
what I
man.
was saying, about the clicking earlier when I was talking about that. Yeah, I'm gonna go full screen if I can figure this out.
I feel like
I have
an idiot.
this. So I have this, and see when it goes up and down. Do you hear it clicking at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
No.
locking in. Yeah,
There it
because
goes. There it goes.
Well, no, something's wrong with it. It shouldn't do that without me holding the button.
It's broke.
It is, and I bought this. Luckily, I
Yeah,
didn't pay
I
that
agree.
much
It's
for it.
broke.
But so I just took the bottom part off that I needed, which was the cable, the cord, and that hooked up. And this is just
Oh,
fresh.
tired.
But
Know that too well.
I'm reading this thing right here, and this guy says, it's got this lady sitting up against like a 69 Camaro, and it says, when cars had balls and chicks didn't.
oh, yeah, something similar to that before.
So I'm just thinking on the crankshaft bolt, is that for like the engines with the oil pump over the crank and the pulley what goes in and maybe touches the oil pump drive or something? Or
It actually is the crank gear, but what it actually is the factory. Well, every Ford modular, it's press fit. It's not slip fit. It's press fit. And the one thing is, it's also a known thing that if you over tighten that bolt in the crank or impact it, you can actually fracture the crank, and then it's a downhill spiral from there, especially if it lives.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So that's,
So they
that's
got
literally
some
why.
different- Yeah, so it's a little different than the older V8
Kellogg
stuff.
crank.
Is you not hammer it on, but you take your impact and make sure it's tight.
Yeah. No,
Push
they
rods are
gotta
so
be,
much easier.
They got to be torqued to a certain spec. Like I said, from the factory bolt is 103, back it off 360, 74, and then 90 degrees for a stretch.
It's
And
torque
for
to
the
yield?
ARP, it's
Wow.
Mhm.
Yep.
the ARP bolt is I think 100 foot-pounds.
Yep, 100 foot-pounds straight up. That's it.
That's all we gotta do. And I mean, I can do it. It's just before there was no way to hold the engine because I had no clutch, so it just turned. It just turned. Oh, I'm worn out. Too much walking and getting up and down here.
So what you up to, Mr. Salty?
Shit, not a thing, buddy, not a thing. Just kind of relaxing this week, not doing much of nothing.
It must be.
I've
I'm
been
getting all kinds of
trying
stuff
my
done
best
this
to do
week.
a video a day, which is rough.
I ain't doing a video a day. I ain't making this my job.
It's starting to feel like it.
My
I know.
intention was when I got the job back, also I was gonna start making one a week, and after starting to click off 60, 70-hour weeks, I was like, well, that went out the window.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gotta commit, man. Just gotta commit.
Yep.
It's like anything else. Just how bad do you want it?
And the problem is during the wintertime, I went to work, it was dark. I come home, it's dark.
Yeah, exactly.
So
This summer, I may do some video. This summer, I'll probably do some video, especially when I pull the motor and everything out. So
Yeah. Well, I
That'd be
mean,
good.
right now the weather's better, so you got those free videos doing car shows. So
Broken Tool, how did you fare during that damn crazy ass storm y'all had out there?
I didn't get anything. I got a little bit of hail, but not anything to speak of. Got about
Yes.
57 inches of rain.
Yeah, I damn watching
Rain
some
for
of
like
the
3 days.
watching-
It's like tired of that.
yeah, I was watching some of the live streams, some of those damn homesteading channels I watch that lives in
Oh,
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Some of those guys got completely just wiped out. Everything.
Well,
they have
here's the
nothing
thing. I
left.
don't know what the weather pattern is, but over my house is kind of where everything starts, and we'll get a little bit of hail here. But you go a mile or two east, and they got like baseball size hail, and it's like I got like nickel size hail, And it's like
Yeah.
every time there's some sort of line in here that it does that.
Yeah, a couple of those people that I watch live around Mountain Magazine, and
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
they absolutely have nothing left. It took their house, their shops, their barns, their chickens, their goats, everything is fucking gone. They ain't got nothing left.
thankfully,
Just
we
wiped them
dodged
out.
everything here. The worst thing happened here was hail, a bunch of rain, and actually the first day those storms coming through, we got the tornado warning. I'm looking at the radar. I was like, they're calling tornado warning for something out here, Beach Bluff, around my house. I get out my front porch, I look up, I was like, oh shit, I'm going inside.
Yeah.
It's funny, you can see it just in the sky, just doing this. You just see it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Y'all, I know y'all had a rough time, or people out there in that state had a damn rough time. But
Yeah,
they said it was a once in 100-year storm. That's what they say. That's what they're calling it. So
There was, let's see what I was trying to think. Started Monday, and then we had it on and off all week until Saturday. Finally, the last bit of storms came through Saturday, and a cold front finally came through. So you 6 solid days of nothing but storms on and off.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
that's
I
crazy.
remember that because see, I'd turn my computer off and everything. So it's Friday. So I got in, Friday. Okay, it's a weekend and computer's off. Everything's unhooked and everything. So, all right, it's not storming. Let me turn my computer on. Lightning strike right outside my door. It's like, really? Turn the computer off. And it did that like 3 times. It'd be all quiet. As soon as I turned my computer on, lightning would strike. It's like, you got to be kidding me.
Our store got struck twice.
Mother Nature's trying to tell you something.
It's interesting. You look at the last 15, 20 years, how many once in 100-year storms have we had? It's getting way too common.
Well,
True,
apparently,
but you got to look at it.
just 100 here.
True, but you got to look at it. They're talking about in those areas is mainly what they're talking about, not over the whole country. It's just in those areas, just like once in 100-year storm. But you're right, Mike. There's been quite a few of them. They ain't no
I
shit.
mean, maybe it's social media because it's so prominent now. You hear about things that are going on in other areas that you wouldn't normally, know of.
Yeah,
but-
Oh yeah, true.
Because otherwise, we wouldn't know if there's a hurricane in Florida or whatever.
Yeah.
Not
We
until
wouldn't hear about it as
and all
much.
that. You're not going to know.
No, now everybody's, they got the attention span of a damn 2-year-old. They want to know everything right now. And with the way social media is, you hear of everything like right now. It'll happen and people be outside filming that shit on their phone. In 5
And
minutes,
we're
it's
down.
uploaded and the whole world knows about it.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to drop off here. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
Take it easy, man.
Have a great one.
You see that, Salty man? Ken's got that big dyno now. He's ready to rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, I know. I sent him a private message. Of course, he never responds back. But I did send him a private message, tell him grats on the damn dyno and stuff like that. Because me and him's talked a few times, and he's always told me how bad he wanted his own because he's tired of renting other people's dynos, depending on other people and shit like that. So
Yeah,
I'm real happy for him. So
He was telling, when he was down there for Ford Takeover, he was telling Matt and I about that he wanted to get a dyno, but it just wasn't in the books at the time.
yeah,
He
I
got
know
a
the
deal
numbers
on it too, so
I know the numbers he was throwing out to me. Probably, let's see, probably when we talked last about that, hell, almost 8-9 months ago, maybe a year ago, he was telling me just to get a dyno jet in his shop at that time was anywhere between 50 and 75,000 at that time. I don't know what it could be now.
it's about the same price. But like I said, I know what he gave for that setup with everything, and he got the deal of a century.
Well, that's good. I'm glad he got a deal, man. I mean, Ken's a good dude, man. Got a good business going, so good things happen to good people. So I'm happy for him, man.
That's why good things don't happen to me.
And he's a hard worker for sure. Speaking of hard work, Gary,
No,
how do you
I have
find
not.
time?
I have not done any, Mike. No, I'm allergic to that shit.
Hey, Gary, how do you find time to make a video every day? You've been making one pretty much every day now.
Well, it's like this. I didn't really do nothing all winter because I had been doing negotiations and stuff like that. So I kind of needed to catch up a little bit and throw some out there, because of the subscribers. You know what I mean?
It's working. Your channel's growing.
I work. You got to figure. I'm probably putting in 60, 70 hours a week at working.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to look. There's a difference between Gary's videos and a lot of other people. Gary don't usually do long form videos. His is usually between 4 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, shit like that. But the thing of it is, he keeps his channel active.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And it's growing.
Rule of thumb is that people don't have the mentality to watch long videos.
Yeah, attention span. You're right.
So I don't
Attention span.
make long videos because of that.
Oh, whatever you do, man. Whatever you're doing, I'm just saying, keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Right.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it though, guys. But yeah, I just I used to do long videos, but really didn't get anywhere.
Well, I always heard, now you guys being monetized and shit like that, you being YouTubers and shit, I'm not none of that. But they always say the magic time is between 8 and 10 minutes. They say that's the magic time on far as videos. I don't know how true that shit is.
Say it
Well, it
again.
used to be.
They say they say the magic time is anywhere between 8 and 10 minutes due to the algorithm and the AdSense and shit like that. That's where they make their money, because usually anything longer than that, people just attention spans over and they click off and go to something else.
Right. Well, they're changing the time limit on shorts now. That you got to watch these shorts longer now than you did before, in order for them to get credit for it.
Yep. And
I've
they
noticed
can
some
be
of the
up to
shorts
3
are
minutes
longer.
long. They could be up to 3 minutes long.
Yep.
And if you upload something that you don't mean to be a short, but it's vertical and it's under 3 minutes, it will become a short automatically.
Really?
Yep.
They made that
When did
change
they
last
start?
month. Last month.
Wow.
I just
didn't
want to
know.
know, really though, why does anybody ever upload anything vertical? Because you know what, I hate watching videos like that.
Well, for
I-
shorts, they're fine.
Benny for shorts. That's why.
Yeah, I just hate vertical videos, man. I absolutely hate
They're
them.
supposed to be vertical.
I watch people do long forms that are in the vertical format, and I'm like, why? You don't have enough view.
No, you
See
don't.
anything. And then you're on this big wide screen, but it's a 10-minute video. So and the whole 8 to 10 minute thing, Salty, that's because you minimum to be able to put commercials, you had to have a 10-minute video. That used to be, they changed that a long time ago, a couple of years back.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of people doing the shorter form videos like Gary.
Well,
Well, Mike's doing the shorter form videos too. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mike's got a few longer term videos because all of the solar stuff he's doing, but normally Mike's videos is usually between 4 and about 7 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah,
Sam,
the
are you
problem
still
is
there?
with the solar stuff, with the agreement that I'm in, if they got to be a certain length, otherwise they only get half credit for the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I understand if you're up under obligations like that, hey, you need to fulfill those. That way you can keep getting the sponsorship deals and shit like that you got going on. Hell yeah, you need to keep that shit up.
I've been turning sponsorships away.
What was that, Gary?
I've been turning those things away.
Well, I mean, if I was in y'all's shoes, I would only do the ones that would make sense for my channel. If they were
Okay.
somebody was sending me something like fucking lipstick, I'm like, I'd be replying, don't send that shit back to my fucking email. You see what kind of channel I got? A car channel. Who gives a fuck about lipstick?
Yeah, I get a kick out of it. He says, man, we really love watching your channel, but we want you to try these earrings. Dude, have you ever seen an earring in my ear?
Yeah,
Or
exactly, Gary.
Try these
Exactly.
female panties.
Yeah. I'm like, look, if you're gonna send me something relevant to my channel. At least go watch my channel so you will get some kind of idea of the kind of content I put out. Then send me something that is in my content, bubble. Don't send me this bullshit.
They're just spamming it out there to emails on the list.
Yep. So
They're
Bama,
probably bought off of a third world site.
Yeah, put that full screen there, Pink. Let me say.
yeah. So this is the cradles I'm using, and as you can see, they weigh nothing. They're
Oh,
comfortable.
nice.
Race ramps are always nice.
They're very nice. Now, if they lower the price, they would be even nicer because I know it doesn't cost them that much to make these.
Hold on a second. Let me see those again.
You probably 3D print them.
I
No,
doubt
fuck
that.
that. I
ain't
wouldn't be up
laying
under.
up
I
under
wouldn't be
them
up under a
3D
fucking car that's got 3D printed fucking ramps. Fuck that.
It's plastic.
I don't
It's
give a
not
shit.
plastic. It's not plastic. It's a foam of a type. The type of foam.
Oh, okay, I get that.
See?
I was going to say, if you printed an ABS, ABS is ABS.
Yeah, but that would be heavy. And ABS this big would be heavy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
but
you
me-
what. We bought a set
there
of
you
ramps
go.
at O'Reilly's that you drive up on, and they're like a plastic or whatever material that
Yeah,
shit is.
but the thing is, Salt, them
I'm gonna
things
tell you what,
small.
them are
That's what I
fucking
wanted.
no bullshit. No, the ones we got are fucking awesome as shit, dude. They're fucking thick as hell, and they're not very heavy, but they support all of our vehicles, no problem. None.
How much one of those cost?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I don't recall, but I do believe it's a set. You buy them in pairs. I think they were about $100 to $200.
For a set?
$200 a pair. But yeah, I don't remember. It's been so. I bought those back when I made money.
Yeah, it's probably double
And
now.
actually,
Right, I think they're like $250 for a pair now. You can make
Yeah.
you could make some out of 2x4s.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
make
yeah,
I
but
was going to say,
the
because
2x4
made some out of 2x4s that work freaking awesome.
and
Hell
those
yeah.
work great. I used to use those, but they were heavy, and I'm lazy and I don't like picking up heavy things. These came. I had an opportunity to buy these. They were actually on sale when I bought them. They were, I think, 25% off. and they didn't cost as much then because I bought them like at least 5 years ago, and so I got a real good deal on them. So
I know the
bought-
ramps me and my brother got. We got them at O'Reilly's, and them son bitches are awesome, dude. They were under $100.
Yeah, but are they as tall as his?
No.
Yeah, they're every bit of that tall. Every single bit. I can drive my mom's Crown Vic up on it, and I can get all the way under a Crown Vic. You know how low a
Yeah,
Crown Vic is?
Yeah, but his is not drive on. You have to lift it up and set them on.
I know. I just seen them. I just seen them.
These ramps, the rhino ramps, nice heavy duty.
I don't know what the name of ours are,
but that's the big ones they sell at O'Reilly's, and no, they're not even half the height of those.
Yeah,
they're not even half that. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you might be right. They might not be as tall as the other ones that she was showing.
Yeah, the ones Pink's got, you can roll up under there, and you got plenty of room. That's why I was asking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I have to say, those damn ramps you drive up on, I hate them.
I love them.
Yeah, they push out of the way.
Either they scoot or you drive over them.
Yeah.
Well, we don't use them inside of a shop. We use them out on the driveway because my brother, his shop is just not big enough for us to get inside of to do any kind of work unless it's something like his tractor or lawnmower or something. Can't really put a car in there, so we just put them in his driveway and they don't move at all. We just drive right up on them.
I've tried to use those even out in a rough driveway and on dirt, and they have still scooted out from under. They still pushed.
Yeah, they don't scoot at all on us.
I hate it, man.
Depends on the car, I guess.
Nothing aggravating more than trying to put a car on a little ramp like that, and I think he's moving.
They work with my truck. They do work with my truck, and what I used to use those for was actually for the big truck. I used to back up onto them when I had the trailer on, so it would lift the front of the trailer for me and put the back end down low.
Now, I've had that. I've had that happen, Gary. I was fortunate at my last house. The garage had like a lip above the driveway, like an inch or so, and I would put it up against that, and then when I would drive up, it would hit that lip and kind of hold it from scooting. But yeah, those things scoot super easy.
Yep.
Well, so far the ones we've got, they hadn't scooted. Now I don't know. They ain't gonna say in the future they won't, but I just know right now they haven't scooted. We don't put them on concrete. I don't know if that makes a difference. His driveway, it's only concrete up around his house and the turnaround area because he's got one of them big ass horseshoe driveways. So most of it's all asphalt, and then up, like I said, up around his house and stuff where the concrete's coming in and out of the garage. So we just put them on the asphalt, drive up on them. We don't have no problem with them so far. Not saying they won't scoot one day, but right now they haven't.
I mean, if it's front wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, it should work fine. But rear wheel drive, it just kind of pushes it.
My mom's car, her Crown Vic is rear wheel drive, and my Colorado's rear wheel drive, and they don't move on either one of those.
Gotcha.
If you're in dirt, they tend not to move as much. Dirt and good, rough asphalt will help hold them in place. Like these are fine, except in here. They do not work in here. And I used to use.
Oh yeah, that slick ass damn garage floor. I could see them scooting on that. Yeah, hell yeah.
I used to just use them for mostly lifting up the back end of my truck to lower the tail of my flatbed, so that it. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have a drop. You didn't have a drop down hitch on yours.
I did have a drop down hitch, but drops it down. I needed to lift it up. Lift it up, lift the front end of your trailer up, lowers the back end of the trailer, makes it a nice smooth transition off on my.
Oh yeah, when you're driving in and out of it. Yeah, I got that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to put it on.
Yeah.
Get the car off the trailer.
That's understandable. Yeah, that's understandable. Is your trailer not a dovetail or something?
Well, it's kind of a dovetail because the person who owned it before me didn't have jacks on the back, so the back of it's bent a little bit, but it's not a dovetail.
Oh, okay.
It's a bent tail.
It's a slightly bent tail, but not so bad that
it can't be used.
But I put jacks on it and solved that little issue.
Yeah, I know my aluminum trailer. It's a dovetail, and I think Gary's trailer is a dovetail too. I think.
It is.
Yeah, mine's just a 16-foot trailer too. It's only 16 feet long. It's a little short. I need a longer one if I wanted to really use it. That's why I bought I've got the enclosed.
Yeah, I love my 18-foot, man. I wouldn't get rid of my 18-foot trailer for nothing.
So, yeah, 18-foot would be fine. A 20-foot with a dovetail would be really nice. That way I could actually stick other things on there other than just the car, because the Mustang is 16 feet long. So,
Oh, we don't get disconnected. I got to walk these damn boxes out to the garbage can. Damn pizza boxes.
I worked on my hot rod today.
yeah.
I didn't know you had a hot rod.
Yeah, my 95
That's not
Toyota had to put a damn alternator belt on that son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, that's a really hot rod. You ain't lying.
That's a real pain in the
That's
ass.
nice.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
I've worked on those kind of cars before. I've had a few the old Hondas and Toyotas that just had everything tucked in where you couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I would just crush.
Yeah, exactly, Gary.
Gary, don't you crush my damn gay Yoda.
I'm crushing that son of a gun.
That car saves me a lot of damn money every week going to work.
But here's another problem is I don't have any half-inch 12 points that I could find the other day.
Chris, how long has he had that dyno installed now?
Not even a week.
Oh, really?
They brought it back Friday, and I think they finally got it finalized and installed. I want to say Monday or over the weekend.
And
I haven't talked to Ken. I'm just going by what I've been hearing from everybody else. So
Yeah.
so has he left the shop yet, or does he have like a sleeping bag next to it? And that's
yeah, that man's gone home. He's I don't think he's learned his lesson from working all the hours at the shop, but I imagine he went home and got some rest.
I do know that I called yesterday. I called there trying to get hold of them, and nobody answered. I left a voicemail. I haven't heard that. Oh.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something, man. When you're in business for yourself like that, and it's thriving like it is, it's 24/7. Even when you're sleeping, you're thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I wasn't upset about it. I just needed some information from him. He'll get back to me eventually. There's no way that's 100 pounds already. No way.
I'm
Apparently,
very happy for him with getting a dyno. That is that's a good thing.
Yes.
this leverage is awesome when you're torquing.
Mhm.
Hopefully he'll be smart and put out the word and have dyno days and shit like that and help that thing.
He's
start
already
paying for
working
itself.
on it. He's already working on it.
I wish he wasn't so far away. Oh, even for a good dyno day on a Saturday, I'd make the trek up there.
So do you think for Ford Takeover he'll have like a dyno day as one of the days at a shop?
I wouldn't. No, there's no way I would. Nope.
But he does not have the parking capacity even around him to support it. That's the only thing that would suck.
Well, Mike, you got to understand. Don't they have dynos at the racetrack?
There's
Don't they have a
this year?
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't Caleb usually have a portable dyno that comes out to the track?
Okay, that was using 412 dyno, Jesse Tolley. Jesse Tolley got rid of that dyno and got him a setup like Ken has.
But they're thinking about having dynos there this year.
It'd probably be somebody else this year then. It wouldn't be Jesse Tolley and it wouldn't
I
be
don't know
Ken.
who it'd be. I'm just saying what they were telling me in Sublime.
I'm sure he's probably still gonna have it at that other place like he normally does.
But the thing about it, because he's got the room. But I mean, just like somebody just said, he don't have the parking for that, man.
No, not even close.
So that lot across the street from him, does he rent that lot or does he just put?
Okay, the gentleman that actually owns the building also owns that lot. But as of right now, last time I was over there, a car lot's going in across the street right now.
Oh,
that sucks.
Boy, you know they're gonna be beating Ken's door down. Hey man, you want to do the oil changes on these cars? Hey man, you want to do this? You want to do that? Ken's probably gonna say, nope, ain't got no time.
Nope.
Because if he could buy that one across from him there, you know, on the side of the garage doors, if he could buy that lot over there or rent it or something like that, that would help him so much.
Oh, it definitely would. It definitely would.
Yeah, but then it would only be good if he could fence it in. That way he could lock up the damn cars inside of a damn fence.
Well, it's an empty lot, so I don't see why he wouldn't be able to fence it in.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want customers' cars just sitting out there like that and people just be able to walk up to them and get whatever the hell he wants. Especially most of the cars that comes in his shop. Hell, most of them are not stock. They're all fucking high performance cars with a lot of expensive ass parts on them.
No, he's still got cars sitting outside over at his shop.
Oh, I'm sure he does. There's no doubt. I'm sure he does.
A bunch of them.
And then the
Last
lot
hours there.
across the street is that little side street next to his car lot. I mean, next to his place there.
Yeah. He's got more room than he used to have.
Yeah, one of these days he's gonna get to the point he's gonna outgrow that building that he's in. He's gonna have to be looking for another damn place.
He's already outgrown that building.
Yep. He outgrew it the day he moved into it.
Yep. Just like he outgrew, we outgrew the two bay shop. He outgrew it before I even started with him.
Well, see, the good thing about that 2-bay shop is he's making money off of that son of a bitch. That's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, he's leasing that son of a bitch to a transmission guy. So that transmission guy is paying his ass.
He didn't have
I didn't
much
know he owned
parking over there either, did he?
Huh?
He
No,
didn't have much
hardly
parking
any.
over there either, did he?
No, he didn't have no parking there for shit. Unless he parked everything in the grass on the side of the building.
He did. That's where my car sat for a while.
Nah, but like I said, the good thing about that building is that building's making him money. Yeah, because he owns that building.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I'm just glad he didn't go through the whole trouble of building on adding another shop onto the end of that damn thing. I'm glad he didn't do that in that location.
He had another location actually sited out, but the problem was with the other place he actually found that he could have bought was there was an existing lease contract that had to be honored for the next 3 years.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That would have
Is that the
sucked
one
to
he
get
was
it bought.
talking about maybe putting his son over there?
Do what now?
Is
His
that
son.
the one he was talking about maybe putting his son over there? Because he was thinking about doing a fab shop too.
Ken's son?
Okay, that's what he was talking about doing that other buildings. That other building was a warehouse.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that warehouse had, like I said, had an existing lease on it, and they were tied into it for like I want to say it was gonna be like a 3-year lease if I remember right, or something like that.
Okay.
Me and him talked. You remember that damn ATV shop that was right next to him in that other building? He said he was in talks at one time trying to take over that building, but then the people backed out because they were thinking about closing their shop. And he was trying to get that building, but then they backed out of closing their shop.
Oh hell, now Anthony's now booming. Hell, he's got shit coming from him from all over the U.S.
Yeah, but he said at one time, Ken said at one time, the guy was thinking about closing up his shop.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was thinking about moving. He was thinking about going to a bigger building himself too.
Mm-hmm. Ken said he really wanted that shop too. He said at the time that would have been a perfect building at the time, which I'm sure he's probably happier with the location that he's got now than that would have been. But at least he would have been right next door to the shop that he owns. He would have had that lot right there. That would have been cool then at that point.
Barbecue Mike actually made a very valid point. That's actually what Kenny is trying to find is an old, smaller car dealership. That would be perfect for him.
Oh yeah, that would have been nice.
Problem is though, picky as Ken is, and I know you've talked to him a hell of a lot more than I've talked to him, Chris, but I've talked to him a few times on the phone about certain things. And he's like, dude, he goes, I would love to have a bigger shop like that just to be able to bring in techs. He goes, but I'm very picky about my fucking techs. He goes,
yes,
they have to be able to, he said, they have to be able to do the work like I want them to do it, not like the way they're used to doing it.
That's it.
He said, because my name goes on every one of those cars and my company has to back that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing about it is nobody wants to freaking work and nobody wants to do this kind of work anymore.
Well, he said he don't have. He said that was never the problem, Gary. He said the problem is hiring techs that would do things the way he wanted it done, and not the way that they've done it all their life. So
I get what you're saying, Salty, but it's hard to find people to work. Period.
oh yeah. Well, that's slowly changing now. Thank God.
He didn't want to get so big because of finding people to work.
Yeah, that's slowly changing. Thank God. I mean, it's a crawl, but thank God things are starting to move in the better direction right now.
Yeah.
Well, when it gets to moving, let me know because we're not seeing it here in Michigan.
Yeah, that's right. We ain't seen it here.
Yeah,
Well,
we ain't seen it here.
We're seeing it here, but like I said, it's like at a crawl. It's not like it's going really fast. But I've just heard from some of the business owners that I personally know that they're finally getting people actually wanting to come to the shop and go to work for their wages that they're offering. So now what them wages are, I don't know because I don't ask people about their finances. I don't figure that's none of my damn business. If they want me to know, they'll tell me. But they said they're finally. Yeah, nah, I don't pry in the money. When it comes into money, I just don't even ask no questions because that ain't my business.
That's what kept people down for so long is nobody to ask and nobody knew what everybody else made. So people could just go along.
Well, think about it is, I look at it like this. Unless it affects me with me going in there trying to get a job, then whatever they're paying, it ain't none of my business. And I know I'm not going in there trying to get a job. So, because right now I couldn't make anybody any money anyway because I couldn't work on nobody's cars. I can't fucking see to do the work. So I would just if they paying me, they're paying me a pathetic check. Look, this motherfucker's pathetic, so let's just pay this bastard.
They have this thing now that they're called variables. So they put this stuff online, and these variables can come in and work a day or 2 days. They get paid every single day they work.
Yeah, that's called day labor down here. Yeah.
But they call them variables up here. So is what happens. These people come in there, say they want to have a party this week, and they'll come in to work 2 days, and that's it.
Yeah.
They can't hire nobody full time because people just don't want to do it.
Well, have you noticed the way that Home Depot and Lowe's have changed their model, their business model? They don't even hire people full time anymore. They'll only let you get like 36, 37 hours just so they don't have to work you to 40, so they don't have to give you a full-time employment and offer you health insurance.
Well, now here's a kicker in state of Tennessee. State of Tennessee, you work anything more than 34 hours, 6 weeks consecutively, you are considered full-time.
Yeah, it's down here. It's changed, man. Because people don't even want to give you a full-time job down here no more. They just want to keep everybody on they want to keep everybody on a part-time wage.
McDonald's,
I do day labor every day.
Fast food restaurants, Lowe's, and Home Depot up here, they don't work people full time.
Yeah.
Nope.
They found a way to get out of offering people damn health insurance.
The only way they'll pay you full time or give you full time is if you're management.
Wow.
And you know what, that sucks, man, because everybody wants a full 40-hour paycheck. But I mean, hell, if the company's not offering that, what can you do? You just keep searching for another company. But the right company that's going to give you 40 hours.
Because these people don't want to work 40 hours.
That's true. Well,
the companies that I deal with, listen, these people, they can work 40 to 60 hours a week, man, and they can't even make it there every day.
That's sad.
And they're using up their vacation time. And after they use up their vacation time and everything, they end up getting fired because they're still not coming to work.
Yeah. It's like, what is this new thing that wasn't in place back in the day when all of us had jobs? What is these new personal days you're allowed to work now? You work so long, you build up a personal day. They didn't have that bullshit back when I was working.
Well, they have it now. We actually negotiate those in contracts. But, the state of Michigan, nowadays, you get like 7 days off sick days now from the state. The state says the company has to give you these days.
Yeah. And that's paid days too, right, Gary?
You know what? I'm not going to comment on that because I'm not sure.
See,
I got you.
Like with AutoZone, you get X amount of hours per month. If you're full time, X amount of hours per month of sick time. But the problem is they don't tell you can't use that sick time unless you've been in the hospital or you've been off more than 2 days. Then you can use it and kick it in. Then of course you get your yearly PTO for your vacation, and then some companies will offer you, depending on the company. I know when I was with Crown Forklift, you got a sick day a month, you got a PTO day a month for the first 5 years, and then every 2 months you would earn 4 hours of what they would call personal time, which means you can use it whenever you want to. They can't hold it against you. If you say you need to use personal time, they can't say boo. They just got to give it to you.
Yeah, because that's what my sister's boyfriend is going through. He
Yeah.
works there, and he can work for so many weeks or days or hours or whatever. I don't know the whole way that works, but he can work so many of whatever, build up a PTO day, and take that day, and it does not count against his sick days or whatever, and they have to give it to him off because he's built up the time to be able to get it. He just walk
Correct.
the next. He can walk in today and say, "Hey, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm taking my day." He don't even have to put in, you know how we used to have to put in for like early vacation days? Like, hey,
Yep.
you can put in for the vacation and they'll let you know if you want it. You get it in 4 months or whenever you decide to get you wanted to take your vacation. They don't have to do that. They say, I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm like, holy
Correct.
shit, what happened to that shit? That shit didn't exist when all of us was working back in the day.
In corporate, you can do that all the time. That's common.
Yeah.
I can do it. I don't even have to call my boss. He just calls me when it's time to do the time cards and says, what do you want for such and such day? And I tell him.
Yeah, I do it right now.
Right. You know, I mean,
Well, shit, that shit. When I was actually working for somebody back in by the hour back in the 80s, that shit didn't exist. Your ass didn't show up if you don't have a doctor's excuse. Your ass is fired. That's just the way it was back then.
80s. That was ancient
I mean,
times.
yeah, no doctor's excuse and no show, no call. Fucking motherfucker, you on the unemployment line? You looking for another job?
Hell, I was doing that in the early 90s.
but I mean, it's just it's per company. You know, that's per company. It says, you know, everyone's different.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess it's cool now that they've actually incorporated that into people's jobs and stuff. I mean, I think it's cool. But sometimes people can take advantage of that. And when you need them the most, like you're on a high production week and all of a sudden you got 4 or 5 people doing that shit, dude, that could fuck you up. That could throw your production way behind.
What's up?
The damn mid 90s, we got mechanics got 10 days a year.
I'm just saying, if you're working on an assembly line or like a high production line or something, and you got 4, 5, 6 people doing that shit on different shifts, dude, that could throw your ass behind if you ain't got nobody to fill in the spots.
No, it shuts the line down, and they can't get their production.
Yeah. I could see where that could become a problem.
It does. And listen, we go through it every day.
See them. Caught me for a second there.
What's happening, guys?
I saw see them. I almost didn't let you in.
Damn, Fortech, what's up, buddy?
What's happening? Anybody know what she them is?
It's not you.
Nothing.
Hey, look here. I'm 4 inches from being one of those she thems.
3 inches.
Yeah. No.
Hey, how many quarts of oil does this car take?
What's
Trump
that?
ain't putting up with that bullshit.
I said,
So what, Gary?
Trump ain't putting up with that bullshit.
What bullshit?
She
them.
Pronoun.
Oh.
Pronouns. She and them.
Pronoun
I
bullshit.
disagree with you, Salty. You said you're 4 inches away. You're 8. You got to 4 inches in, or got to get rid of the 4 inches, and then you got to go 4 inches in. So that's 8.
Yeah.
Well, motherfucker, I wish that 4 inches in would pop out sometimes.
They have a surgery for that.
Dude, you know what? I consider myself a man. Shit, what are you talking about?
We're talking. All you got to do is take it out of your ass, and that gives you another 4
You know what? You know what, though, Mike? If that's the case, I probably wouldn't be single today.
Just have her spank you, and maybe a few more inches will come out.
Trust me, that shit ain't happening. That some bitches almost went on a permanent vacation. What are you talking about?
Hey, Life, what's going on, buddy? How you been?
What's happening, Gary? Hey, that freaking Fairmont is looking mighty sweet.
Why,
Yes.
thank you.
Very much so.
You know what?
You got a power glide in there, right?
No, it's a C4.
Oh, it is a C4. I thought you had a Power Glide with the trans brake. You have a C4 with the trans brake?
I got the trans brake. I got to buy the 5,000 stall on it. It'll hook.
Nice.
That thing is going to be so sweet.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
As much as I like his Fairmont, I'm looking more forward to the 55.
Yeah, that's going to be sweet too. But that Fairmont is just beautiful.
Thanks.
Agreed.
Yeah, the wife told me she goes, before you start working on that 55, you better get that Fairmont done.
Now, what does she mean done? Painted and everything, or just at least crunk and driven?
Oh, as long as I can drive it, she don't care.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, because Gary got to drive down here to Alabama so I can get it.
See, but the thing about that Fairmont is I don't think it's going to fit in that she shed with her 350 because I think it's just a little bit longer than the Fox body.
No, it won't fit.
Say, look here, I'm taking over the she shed. You had to park your shit outside.
So that's more of a reason for Gary just to bring it down here to me.
Gary's like, Salty, that shit ain't going to happen. He goes, I'd have to take my clothes with me.
Now, the thing about it is that my wife told me today that I need to build a garage in the backyard.
Oh, well, there you go then.
She told me today, she goes, if you're going to have all these damn cars, she goes, what happens if, something happens to your dad, your brother's going to sell that house. She goes, you need to build a garage in the backyard.
Yep.
You know what, though? Laying all jokes aside, your wife's got a really good point.
Yep.
Oh, she does.
Yeah. I mean, because like she said, if your brother wants that house sold, where in the hell are you going to park your two Mustangs every year?
Yeah, it's going to have to build a garage out back.
That means you're going to have to move that little building you just put back there, right? Move it to the other side of the yard or something?
No, that's where the garage would be going, would be on the other side of the yard.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And then
Hell, Gary, just do it, Gary. Get it over with.
Problem is,
what the city says, because they might not let me keep one of those buildings. I might have to get rid of them.
See, all you got to do is build a building here, and they'll be taken care of. No problem. I have no city, nothing. We'll do what you want to.
So yeah, that cement's going to be expensive on that, right? That's going to be the most expensive thing.
The concrete that I got to have poured back here and in the ground level and everything like that is going to cost more than the building.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, is it unlevel or is it level?
It's unlevel.
Oh, yeah, I done been through
So
that.
they're going to have to build the concrete up or level the ground.
Yep. What I say is just my opinion. What I did, just use the dirt and level it.
well, see, that might work in your situation, but that might not work in his. Because, see, you got to look at it. He's got a neighbor, and he can't have mud and dirt and shit run off out of his yard into their yard because then that can cause some problems. So he might have to wind up building a small retaining wall just to keep that shit from running in their yard.
Oh, I'm going to have to for sure because we got to have the rat wall and everything on that. So,
Yeah.
but the woods next to me is where I'm building it on that side.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
God I live in Alabama.
Yeah.
Well, and now you just got to remember he lives in a subdivision.
No,
Again,
At that point, you got to take your neighbors in consideration.
no,
because
I don't live in a subdivision.
Oh, you don't?
Mm-mm.
I thought you got houses on both sides of you.
I do, but it's not a subdivision.
Hey, Salty.
Yes, sir.
I smell 10 millimeter in the chat.
Say what now?
I smell 10 millimeter in the chat.
Oh, Sublime. Hey, Sublime. There's room for you to come up on the panel, buddy. He can have 10.
But no, I feel Gary's issue with the shop and everything because it's going to cost me. I already had somebody come out here and price my stuff. It's going to cost me almost as much as getting the concrete in the shop built. It's going to cost me almost half of what that's going to cost just to get the all my field lines moved from my septic.
Oh Lord, you got to move all that shit. Ooh, good Lord.
Yeah, see, I don't have that issue.
See, I think I'd be looking for another house.
Yeah.
Fuck all that shit.
I like where I'm at. It's either that or I'm thinking about building the shop on the side of my house, that making it wide, making it long and deep.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
She said.
That's the first time Salty's ever heard that.
Well, that being the case, Chris, what size shop do you think you could build there?
I got 65 feet on the side of my house. I mean, I could probably build me a 40 by 100 if I wanted to.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah.
my
Sorry.
lot is 190 feet wide, but it's 600 feet deep.
Yeah, but just out of curiosity, do you think the city or county would let you permit that size of a shop?
County,
That's where
yeah.
that's where you gotta
all
deal
I gotta
with.
do is slip somebody a few $100 and they'll be done.
Oh, okay.
And that's the deal I need.
Yeah, do you got any like power lines or telephone poles or something like that that would be in the
I
way
do
where they would
have
have to move that
I
shit?
do have one power line that would have to be moved, and really, I could actually have it removed because the only reason the power line's there is for a overhead light, which I can just tell them pull the pole and pull that out of my yard,
That's right. That's right.
and then I ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah. So you're worried more about county than anything else, right?
Yeah, well, I'm not really worried about the county. I'm more worried about whenever the time comes is finding somebody that I can actually say I'm ready to build a shop. You know, this is this, this is this. Here's the money for the materials. Let's get started. Because
No.
there's been too many horror stories around here in the past year of people taking money from actual legitimate businesses and nothing ever comes to fruition. That disappear. They say, "Oh, we never wrote that up." You know, blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Well, what
Now,
I'm
would you
saying
do
was
a full metal building like
you're dealing with
Mike's Garage
county,
did?
not city, right?
Do what now?
You're dealing with county, not city, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And yes, I would end up doing I would probably end up doing a full metal building just because it will be cheaper. I actually found a
Mm-hmm.
supplier / builder in Mississippi that told me for the 40 by 70 that they had quoted me without concrete, they would literally come out here at 5 o'clock in the morning, and by 5 o'clock that evening, they'd be rolling doors down, locking it up. Was
Yep.
12.5.
Yep.
That's everything done out the door.
That's right. And
40 by
that's
70
why
ain't bad.
my first building I did was we did all my concrete myself, and they just come up and you get your doors and everything cheaper when it's one package. Like right now, I got to get 2 doors, 10 by 10s. They're over $1,000 a piece.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That was it. And even then, even if I end up doing the 40 by 80, doing it, deep instead of wide. I mean, if I do that, I'll just end up doing 2 roll up doors and a man door.
Yep.
Well, of course. Hell yeah, that's the best way to go.
I can't have those roll up doors here because I need something that's got, because of the winter time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They offer insulation now for some of those roll up doors that are
but it's
like
not good enough for up here, baby.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, because the only other thing I was thinking about, and I know it's gonna cost me, I think they said roughly another 10 grand to do it. I was gonna build it tall so I could have a loft in there.
Yeah.
That's a must.
So is it the 2 and 2.5, 2.25 square tubing building?
I think they said if I did the tall one, it would have to be the 2.5.
Okay. Yeah.
My question is that I want to put a hoist in mine. So how thick of the concrete got to be for the hoist to be on it?
If a 2-post state of Tennessee says 2-post has got to be minimum 6 inches with rebar reinforcement, X amount of feet around the lift for up to 10,000.
So I'm thinking the same thing here in Michigan, but I'm just worried because we got that frost law. So I don't know how that would affect it.
Well,
Here-
you need to call a concrete guy up there, and he could tell you.
Yeah.
Here the law
you
is
can talk to a concrete guy, and you can do just footers under the lift. And the rest of it could be 5.5 inches.
That's what I'm saying. Here the law is 4 by 4 by 5. 4 foot by 4 foot by 5 foot deep. That's what has to be up under each lift post.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably in different states, though, Salty.
That's why I said here.
Yeah.
So how mine was done, the whole shop, the 30 by 60, was about 4.5, 5 inches, but then I had areas sectioned out where I was going to put lifts, and that's 8 inches.
Because the only other thing I was going to do was whenever the shop, I wasn't going to have the concrete poured till the shop was actually built and have the concrete poured over top of it to anchor it down.
That's actually smart. Actually, that's actually smart.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
No, you don't. I would disagree on that one.
I think it's a really good idea. That's just me
What are you
personally.
talking about? What do you mean?
Well, the way they put the frame up, he's talking about they're going to come out and frame the building. On the bottom, it'll have these runners. They, if you're doing an all metal building, it'll have runners across the bottom that the legs or wall joists that will sit on top of, and they screw to each other. He's talking about putting that down first, then doing the slab over top of that to tie it to the ground. Yeah, because that's what a lot of people down here do that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, a lot of people down here do that. That's what a lot of people down here do.
You're going to want to do the slab first and have the building put up on top, and then have the super beefy anchors tie it all together.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you something. When that tornado come through here, if mine was done that way, I'd have had to pull all the concrete up and start over.
Yep.
And that's just what happened to me. I'm telling you. Luckily, the anchors broke and some of the concrete broke, but guess what? I just redid the concrete on the edges, and I'm back going again.
Okay, something for me to think about then.
It's just like putting a big awning on the side of your house, whatever. You don't connect that damn thing to your damn house. Because when you want it to leave, you don't want it to rip everything out. You want it to leave.
Well, shit, I connect my awning to my house.
Well, guess what? The only reason
I ain't never had to some bitch blow away.
The only reason my Aunt Judy's house survived down there, just south of me, is because we didn't connect the full length awning to her house. It done one little bitty old crack to the side of her house, and the awning left.
Dude, we've always connected our awnings to our houses down here.
I was like, Bama, correct me if I'm wrong. You probably had it connected to the house, but probably just with just a couple screws here and there just to hold it against the house, right?
No, we tucked the awning up under the ridge of the house, concrete the post to the ground. You know, put concrete in the post and all. Built the awning. It took it and didn't destroy a damn thing. And guess what? They gave her way over the money to replace that damn thing. The insurance did.
Yeah,
if we'd have connected and anchored it to the house, guess what? Most of her roof would have been gone.
Yeah, because it would have taken it all with.
It would have taken it all away.
I have a question on the cars, not houses.
You get up.
Go ahead there, Pinks.
I need to know what program it is that works with this RTD for programming, because I don't remember what the name of the program was.
HP tuners.
I was trying to go to bed early.
Okay.
And literally the software is called RTD. It's remote tune delivery.
Yeah, but I'm not finding it anywhere.
Go to HP tuners.
I meant I should have it on my computer, because it should have my original tune be on here too. I gotta find it, and I'm not finding it.
Well, that's the thing about it is, Mike, and that's what I'm talking about, the frost law and stuff like that. So it's part of our thing up here in Michigan.
You would do heated floors in your slab anyway, wouldn't you, Gary?
I ain't got that kind of money.
Oh.
What size
I thought
shop
your
you
pockets were
think?
deep there, boss.
You still thinking 30 by 40?
Yes.
Perfect
30 by
size.
40 is the biggest I can put on mine.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be a nice shop.
That's basically the size of mine now.
Yeah, 30 by 40 because it'd be 30 foot deep, 40 feet wide.
You're gonna do 3 bays?
Like Cooter said, I'm going to have enough room up there so I can, on the height, so I can put a thing up, an upstairs there.
Oh, mezzanine?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
You're gonna do You gonna do 12-foot walls?
Yes.
Yes.
That'd be nice. That'd be a nice shop.
Sounds like a great shop.
Yeah, it
HP
does.
Tuners is down for maintenance right now.
The thing is
It would have to be, wouldn't it, Pete? On the night you need it.
But that's all I really need because, you know.
Hang
It's all
on,
any of
nine
us need.
9:15. Oh, it'll be back up here in about 10 minutes. It's okay. I'm not going to get this done tonight anyway. I mean, it's done.
You'll be happy. You'll be happy with that, Gary. I promise you.
Absolutely. The shop area of my shop is 30 by 40 with the 3 bays. That it's wonderful. It feels real big.
Until you did like I did the 30 by 30 I had. Until you keep buying shit and you go, damn, I ain't got no damn room.
Well, I did that.
Well,
Yeah, see, there's actually, and I just realized there's my problem right there. I do have lines on that pole.
I'm gonna put a lean.
That's what she said.
Put a lean tube on it too. So
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, I'd have a lean tool on it. Damn right.
Yeah.
So-
do it, Lane.
So, Gary, if I could say something about that, if you're gonna put a lean-to on one side or the other, pour the concrete all at one time, and then worry about putting the lean-to over it later.
well, that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, because I had to rebar all mine to make my shop bigger, and that's an ass.
For me, I would never. I mean, just me, my personal use. My lean tool just wouldn't have concrete. It'd just be gravel. That's just me though, because I'm only using it for parking shit. I ain't using it to try to work on shit.
I'm not gonna be working on stuff. I just want to have a nice place to set up the outdoor furniture and a place for us to sit, and you know what I
And
mean.
the
yeah.
grill.
Well, now, yeah, for concrete. Now that would be that'd be great. Yeah, to do that.
Well, hey, okay. Here, Bama, here. I'm gonna see if I can't get this to pull up. Turn my camera the right way. You can kind of see. Try to make sure I can see it here.
I can't even see it.
I can
All right.
blow it
Okay,
up.
this is the backside of my fence, and my property goes all. You can barely see the end of it back there.
Yeah.
That's all I got. But the problem is, like I got all number field lines going all through here, and this is where I'm thinking about doing it long ways through here.
Yeah. Oh. But
But
What you
I do
got
have
there?
power lines running. Like, well,
Yeah.
Get rid of those
they run
power
over my
lines.
backyard over here.
yeah.
I can get rid
If
of those power
it's your
lines.
pole, you can have them move it and redirect it. That's what I did.
Yeah, the only thing is I'll have to find out because it does. I'm trying to go over here to the pole. Yeah, I can see there's lines right there above, and they go. I'm trying to see. Yeah, see, I've got lines that go to that pole over there, and then to my house, and then over my backyard, over to the one way over there behind their shop that doesn't have a light on it.
Yeah. Well, what I did, I had the county come out, and I told them several different ways I wanted to do it,
Yeah,
and we picked the best way. They agreed because you're paying for that damn pole and you're paying for that damn light,
yeah.
and they don't want you to stop paying for that damn light. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the only thing I'm really worried about though is if they go to move it, is I wonder how far they would have to move it down because I know here in state of Tennessee it can't be within X amount of feet of the house, and I'm already pretty close on the backside of my house. I think I'm probably looking from this far corner to where lines cross is only like 25, maybe 30 feet.
Well, here it has to be at least 75 feet here.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing is if I go over here towards my neighbor's house, I can move the pole that way towards their, if I had the pole moved back, say 30 feet, it would probably work, but the lines would start getting close to their house. So it's kind of like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place how I'm going to put this shop up.
Yeah, I know. Well, here, as long as the wire is not over a structure, you're fine. But I think here has to be no less than 75 feet.
unless I just add on to the side of my garage and just add 2 bays and just make it X amount of, and just do that, just make it wide, not deep.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, they'll come out. I mean, the electrical company here comes out free, and you tell them what you want to do, how you want to do it, what's the best way, what do you agree with, what you don't agree with, and we went from there.
I got you.
Who's your power supply?
Well, it's through TVA, but it's through Southwest Electric.
Right. I just called them and said, look, this is what I'm thinking, and go from there.
Because the one thing is, thankfully enough, I've got a couple friends that work for Southwest. Because the one thing I know, any external structure is supposed to have its own meter and everything else. But a couple of my friends told me how to do it without them having to put a secondary meter on the house or the shop.
Oh, shit. That's different than mine then.
Yeah, because that's the one thing they told me was if I go add another structure, if it's over X amount of feet, in other words, if it's anything bigger than 20 feet by 20 feet, they require a meter on it.
Well, that's just stupid.
That's how they make their money, though. And on top of that, even if it's residential, they charge you a commercial rate.
Holy shit.
But see, I've already got 200 amp service on the house, and I'm only using maybe 120 amps on the box, so I can just literally throw a 50 or 60 out there because I'm not planning on putting anything big out in the shop. The biggest thing's gonna be my compressor and a welder, and they run off a dedicated 110 circuit. So
Yeah.
even if I put a lift in, I'll be fine.
Your welder is a 110 welder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been using it for years.
Oh.
Yeah.
It welds up to quarter inch just fine.
Do yourself a favor.
Volt too.
Have 100 amp panel. Don't do a 60. If you can do 100 or more, do
Yeah.
that. You'll be amazed how much power you can use.
Yeah, because I used to have a 200 in this one, but I can't find it.
Well, see, like I said, my house is 200, and between, because I've actually got spots, I got plenty of spots open, and that's the only thing I'm afraid of is I don't want to overload my house panel either. That's why I was thinking just throwing just X amount out to the shop, just enough just to do what I needed to do.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't have a pole outside like I do for my trailer.
You
Well,
can
see,
do
and that's
a
my-
100 amp panel and you should be fine. Is your house all electric or is it electric and gas?
Everything's electric except the hot water heater and the furnace.
So it's electric and gas.
Yeah.
You should probably be fine. Like my house is all electric. I mean, it's electric furnace. It's electric everything. Hot water tank, well pump, the whole thing. Everything's electric. And I have a 200 amp, and I haven't had any issues. But like my shop, I have a 200 amp, and I've pulled well over 100 amps. So you start putting mini splits on, heaters, lifts. That adds up quick.
What's that?
Yeah.
Go pee-pee.
Adds up quick if your mini splits work. So mine are still partially working in cool mode, but I just got to get a guy over here to refill them for me, just to top them off and then check for leaks.
Here's your card. I forgot what's in the pocket.
All right, I gotta go back in the house.
Yep.
You
And guys, well, I'm about to get off here. I'm about to go eat me some supper and get myself to bed. I got to be at the store early in the morning and deal with 15 other store managers, my district manager, my regional manager.
Good
All
times.
right, brother. Well, hey, it was good talking with you.
all right, later, cat.
Y'all too.
Take it easy, Chris.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, everybody have a good one.
You as well, Chris.
You too, buddy.
Later, cooler.
I'm gonna take off as well. I gotta get some Z's. You guys have a great night. Thanks for having me.
All right,
Later,
man.
Later, Mike.
See you
Sublime,
guys.
are you in there?
I am.
I didn't
What's
hear
up,
from
Kermit?
you.
I'm not shutting it down, but I am moving back to the house.
Yeah, I know not much about garage building and concrete floors and all that, so I was just chilling and listening to a movie playing in the background.
Yeah, me
Good.
neither.
What's up, Pinks?
What are you
Is
watching?
anything good?
No, it's the old Sandra Bullock movie, the Net, I think it's called.
Oh, I actually
Yeah.
enjoyed that one.
Hey,
Yeah,
Salty.
well, she,
Yes, sir.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, Pinks. Let me splat this out here. So my new pronouns, they're she and them, right?
Right.
That stands for let me she them titties.
Oh, there you go. You must have got a divorce.
No. Some good shit though. I just had to freaking throw that shit out there.
Hey, how far do you live from damn shit? Let me think of her name now. Goddamn, Tess and Tony.
They're probably like 300 miles south of me,
Oh, okay, okay.
roughly, maybe 400. But yeah, I'm way up above them. If they ever head up north, they're probably gonna stop by and I'll be able to meet them.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Because didn't they come way up north to pick up that Ford, that 250 they bought? Isn't that where they came up and bought that and drove
He
it
may
back?
have, but I know he did that a while back. They just finally posted the video of it.
Yeah, I don't know how far their videos are behind.
Yeah, just
Because I
different
think I
ones. It
seen,
depends.
yeah, because you remember when they had the live stream when they were driving back with the truck?
Yeah,
I'll have
that's a
to,
whole video.
yeah, I was watching that video and she said your name in that video, in that live stream. She goes, "Hey,
Yeah,
Ford Tech."
somehow I'm a moderator for her live. It just
Oh,
kind
really?
of worked out like that one day. Yeah,
No, that's
pretty
cool.
crazy.
I know that they done a video about their shop, you know, when their shop was being like remodeled and shit like that. And that one video when they pulled up to it, they had all the damn dope needles and shit like that laying on the sidewalk and shit out in front of their shop. I was like, holy
Yeah,
God, their carpet store must be in a really bad part of town. Holy damn.
that's their flooring store. I guess they do a bunch of that. Tony does.
Yeah, evidently that shit must be in a really bad part of town because they pulled up in the white Mustang, you know, the white cracker that they were driving around.
Yeah, I love that car.
And I seen, and Tony showed all the damn needles and shit on the ground. I was like, holy shit, must be a rough ass part of town.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where they are. They're somewhere close to like the desert, pretty much.
But they're really cool people though. I mean, the thing about
Yeah,
Tony is he cannot quit filming Tess's ass. Every chance he
he's a
gets,
good
he fucking,
cameraman.
yeah, he shows her ass every chance he gets.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I know they're cool as hell though. I'd like to actually meet both
All
of them
in
too.
good fun, you know.
Yeah, I'd like to meet both of them too. Tony just seems like he'd be a really cool person to, you know, kind of shoot a fat with. You know what I mean? Super
Yeah,
knowledgeable about the shit that he knows about, man. My God, man, if it's anything about a Ford, that dude knows his shit. Holy damn, he knows his shit.
or knows somebody, you know.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
definitely on the level. He's good with
yeah,
clutches and shit.
yeah. You know, he's sponsored by damn Team Z, so they go to Team Z all the time.
Yeah, I think Trick Flow's helping him out a little bit too. I'd like to get a set of those Trick Flow heads, those latest ones.
Hell, you got a set. Did you ever put all that stuff that you want from Caleb on anything yet?
No, I got a pile of shit for my Fox body just building up. It's crazy. I don't know what I want to do first. I mean, my shit runs pretty good right now. I have AFR heads on my car. So if I do all this shit that I won from Foxcast, I got to pull the engine. At least that's what I want to do it right, you know, and just go all the way over it. And hell, then I might even want to paint it when I have the engine out. So I'm trying to just run my shit for a little while before I down it, you know.
Don't paint nothing. Just pull it out, stick it on there, and haul ass.
Hey, I'm kicking around. I know Salty don't like pony wheels, but
No, not at
I
all.
got a nice set of 17-inch Netto Triple R drag radials, 275. I think they're 35s or 45s. I'm thinking about buying a set of those LMR ponies. The 1710. You think I'm gonna have a hard time fitting that on the back of my Fox body with 275s? 45.
Well, as long as you roll the fenders and you get the right offset, I think you'll be fine.
You'll be
Well,
fine.
I have a set of well drag lights, 1510s, and I have a 275/50 that I can make clear because I have those adjustable control arms in the back that they clear. And I think that the ponies may fit even better because they're not 50 series, so there's not so much tire.
Well, I got a question for you. Why in the hell would you ever take a well drag light off and put a pony on?
Well, I just like swapping it out, you know, with the drag lights, you got the drag look, and with the ponies, it looks, you know, more stock except for my cowl hood on it. But you know, I like to swap it around a little bit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I ain't got no answer to that one, brother. I'll just say, do you? You do you. That's all I can say.
Shit, my car is off the road more than it's on the road, anyways. Last year I think I may have drove it twice, you know. So this year, coming this summer, I plan on getting out and driving it some more. It's all registered and insured and ready to go. I just got to do it. Waiting on the gas prices to fucking drop down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh no, I like the SVT wheels better than I do the ponies. That's just my personal opinion, though.
I'm trying to think what SVT wheels.
The 5-spoke
on the
SVT
93
wheel.
Cobra SVT.
Yeah, I like them a lot better than the pony wheels. That's just me, though. You know, everybody's got their own opinion.
My car is just the LX 93 LX, so you know it's stock looking with my ponies, but I'm thinking about putting some fat and taller ones on there.
That's right. You get the deep well ponies. To me, that looks good. I don't like the regular ponies, but I like the deep well.
So that's probably those tins probably got a little deeper lip.
Yep. Yeah, because I got 10.5 on mine.
More power to anybody who likes ponies. That's all I can say.
Well, there again, I'm only going to buy 2 at a time. So I thought about buying the 9s, putting the tires on there. If they fit in the back and it looks like I have room, go ahead and rotate them to the front and then get the 10s for the back.
Hell, I had 9.5 on the front of mine before the tornado.
Yeah, so see, I should be able to clear them 10s, I would think. They said something about moving that quad shock around if I had to.
All you got to do is flip it.
I know, but I don't even want to do that. I want them to fit regular, but, you know, I guess I could do that, just flipping it.
Yeah, you flip them, it's fine. I had no issues.
So you did have to flip that shock
on the back of mine.
Yeah, they're the same price too. Doesn't matter 10, 9s, or 8s. Or maybe the 8s are cheaper, but the 9s and the 10s are the same price. $265 a wheel. Yeah.
Wait a minute. What kind of wheels? Because I got the dial wheels for the Fairmont.
That's those LMR pony replica, the silver ones, not the chrome ones. That just that silver color.
I don't have the silver. I got black.
Yeah, I like those black on that Fairmont. That Fairmont, dude, I stole a bunch of pictures, screenshots. I was just putting them on my profile just now. I don't know if you saw that.
I haven't seen it yet, but thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
but Gary, you got the 10 holes, Gary, where he's talking about getting like the regular style pony stock wheels, but 17.
Yeah. Well, the 10 holes more for a notchback, I think.
He knows what I got, Salty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know
when I say phone dial, he knows.
Oh, well, there ain't no doubt about that.
If I picked up a notchback, I would definitely put those 10 holes on it if it didn't have them already, or the ones just like Gary has.
So the back wheels I got for my car is they're 10-inch wide, and they got I think it's a 6.5 backspace.
Yeah, something like that. Probably the same.
The fenders. Now I'm going to tell you something. Now Fairmont ain't got the deep well like the Mustangs do.
Yeah. And those are 17s?
No, you can get them at 17s, but mine are 15s.
Okay.
Gary, I can't remember. Does that Fairmont don't have the quad shocks on the back, does it?
No.
Okay, I didn't think it did. I just had to remember.
Yeah, it's a dilemma. You can buy all 4 wheels if you do it at one time, but it's just a little over $1,000. So you save a little bit that way, but I don't think I want to spend $1,000.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I might do 2 at a time.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, though, man. I mean, I bought my wheels two at a time because I didn't have the money to buy them all at one time. You know, I mean, it just, but my wheels are only $199 a piece.
Well, yeah. Well, what I'm thinking right now is my shit doesn't get very good traction. I've got the stock 16 ponies with some BFG G-force tires that are pretty old, and I have a set of those triple R drag radial 17s like brand new. So if I bought two wheels, put them on there, I'm gonna have some traction.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Because the ones are so tight, they're old, and they're probably getting hard. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Once them triple R's, once you get them warmed up, oh yeah, they'll hook.
But as
Hell, I
old,
might even blow the driveline out of it.
the old ones though are good for burnout contest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, do you ever, and I guarantee you Fortec and Bama and Pinks probably knows about this. Have you ever seen the tires so old and so hard when you done a burnout, it didn't even smoke?
I've seen them so hard where they would just break apart.
Yeah, some bitches don't even smoke. Be like, people were like, what kind of tire is that? I'm like, that's a very old motherfucker. That's what it is.
Those smokeless tires.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see. But I'm gonna have to flip a coin on the 9s or 10s.
No, hell, just go all out like I did one time. Put the 285 tire on there, you'll be fine.
Shit, there's people putting damn 305s up on the back of Fox body.
Yeah, but
It looks good too.
Most time they gotta massage that inner fender, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it looks good though. Oh man, with that big ass
yeah.
meat on the back of it, damn, it looks good.
I love mine. The only reason mine was 275 because it was during COVID and I need a new pair of back tires and I couldn't find them. All I could get was 275.
Surprised though, you're gonna put such a big wheel on the front of it though. Such a wide wheel on the front. Therefore,
And see, mine is 245.
Yeah, but
that's what I got on there right now. 245 16s.
Yeah,
mine is 245 17.
But a lot of people go after handling though. That's the reason why they want such a wide wheel and shit on the front.
Yeah, that 245 was stock for that car as far as that.
Yeah.
Size. We'll see.
Yeah, to me, 17 wheel looks good to me.
Oh, to me, that's the perfect size on the Fox body. Anything bigger than that, they just look too big.
Yeah, I'm not happy with the other one.
Well, 17 wheels nice on them, though, dude. But you gotta have some tire on that thing.
Oh yeah. You can't have no damn rubber bands. If somebody's gonna ride like shit.
Yeah. I'm thinking on a Fox body, you guys need 24s.
Some donk.
Yeah.
Donk Fox body.
Hey, there's a guy running around here. It's got a donk. He's got them big old ass wire wheels on it. I think he's got 22s on his damn Fox body.
Yeah.
I am not lying, dude. The car jack. No. It's not a convertible, dude. He got that something jacked all up in the air and shit. Looks like a 4-wheel drive. Big old damn tires and wheels on that car. I'm like, and then he's got the wire spoke wheels. I'm like, man, dude. I'm like, hey, to each his own is all I can say.
That sounds like something damn Subline would do.
Hey, look, if that's what you like, hey, he's still a car guy. No matter what it is, he's still a car guy.
I would not want to clean those wheels.
What was that, Pink?
I wouldn't want to clean those wheels.
I wouldn't want to ride in that car. Can you imagine how rough that son of a bitch ride?
Oh, God.
The tires on that son of a bitch literally would be rubber bands. That son of a bitch would be one rough riding bastard. Hell, the Fox body already never was a good riding car as it was.
I've done a couple that really rode nicely.
Some rode better than others.
Oh yeah. It's just all according to what you got when you bought them. Because you could buy two two brand new cars sitting side by side on a Ford dealership lot,
These
and
were
both
just
of them both of them ride completely damn different.
These
I'm swear to God, it's the way it was.
super aftermarketed. They had the guy who owned this one that rode like a fucking Cadillac. He had redone all the suspension. I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can with the damn technology and aftermarkets today, man. You can make them some bitches ride like great, like Gary's Fairmont. It's probably going to ride really, really good because of all of that damn tubular suspension he's got to put under that car. It's probably going to ride really, really good. And you know, the fact that it's got coilovers and all that other shit, it's just going. That car ain't never is going to ride as good as it's going to ride.
I am. Oh, I gotta keep working on my cars. Damn it.
You got to quit working on your cars.
Yeah. It hurts so bad when I'm done and I sit down.
Shit, I don't work on my shit no more. I take my shit to people.
Just my hands alone hurt from just using them because they're getting old. I got carpal tunnel. I got arthritis. It sucks, but
I'm done. My hands just done got old. They
Yeah,
creak.
wait till you
I
get
wake up-
60.
No, I'm shit. They already hurt enough. Goddamn, I don't want to think about another 5 years from now.
I'm betting
Wake
I
up.
have my tune somewhere in like a in a file in an email.
It's crazy. You wake up out of bed now and get ready to stand up and shit, and every damn bone in your body pops. Clink, 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 clink. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, wait till you get so old and you stand up and nothing click.
Yeah.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah.
If I live long enough, I'll be there one day.
Beware.
Where Bam is at, when you stand up, bones don't pop no more. They just locked up.
They don't
Yep,
pop.
you have to go straight to the toolbox, you crawl over, and then you're fine.
I swear I had this software on. I wonder if it's on my tablet. It may be.
Damn, I tell you what, dude, it's nippy out here tonight. Shit.
Yeah. Put a jacket on, you'll be fine.
I got one on. I got a long sleeve shirt on up under that.
You'll be fine.
I don't know about all that.
It's not that cold.
Shit, to me it is.
I opened up the garage door a little bit before I got out of there just to cool it off in there.
Yeah, like shit tonight. It's supposed to be like 43, 44 tonight. Hell, that's cold to me.
That's cold.
Fortec.
Yo, what's up?
Did you ever use any of those parts that you won from Caleb?
No.
Where you been,
We were just
Sublime?
talking about that. They're in a pile. I got them. I got the heads in the cam. I got the cam laying on something flat so it don't fucking warp from sitting for so long.
Yeah.
Oh, I found the software. It's on my tablet, not my laptop.
You got the head standing up on their ends.
No, actually, they're laying flat on the cement too.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Yeah, they're
That's
in
why you
boxes
just get
with
one
bubble wrap.
and send it to me.
They're I don't know, remember what they are. I think that I have 185s on my shit now, and I think those are 165s. I honestly have not even looked.
Hey, you guys ever heard of the guy Gary? I know you've probably heard of him. His channel's name is Red50.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
What'd you say it was?
Red50.
Yeah. I actually think I might be.
So I just got a notification of a video. It says, title of the video says Ford unlocks 2024 Mustang GT for tuning.
Really?
Oh, really?
That won't last long.
If that's the case, then Daryl's gonna make a lot of damn money.
But you know, that's the thing, dude. They had to do that or do something because nobody wanted to buy the cars because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was their worst selling Mustang.
If they released it where you can unlock the tuning, I guarantee you their sales starts going up. People will
Oh,
actually
yeah,
go out and buy
sure.
them.
Maybe. I mean, I think everybody's scared of that dual throttle body shit. And like myself, I'm not too sure about the screens, because I have a 20 with the digital cluster, the 401A, and I love that shit over that screen shit, honestly. Other than you could switch that one screen to Fox body, old school looking, that is pretty cool, but I just wasn't ready
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
another thing that killed those cars too. But the biggest thing really is people couldn't. Why the hell are you going to buy a car that you can't have tuned?
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're a YouTuber, that's the
Yeah.
main damn thing. That's content for your channel.
Well, and
Too, apparently, I just did a search. So yeah, they finally unlocked them.
for reals.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
you actually might see YouTubers going out buying those damn cars. Because I tell you what, I'm starting to see a lot more of them down here on the roads, just the regular GTs. I have yet to see a dark horse riding around. I've seen one on the dealership lot, but I've not seen nobody that's got one driving around with it.
Yeah, we had one dark horse come through the dealership, and I PDI'd it. It was cool, But like I said, I don't know. I like the older. I like the S550 better. I think at the moment, and plus the price. The price for that fucker is like the dark horse is up there in the. I think they wanted 80 grand for it.
Yeah, that's
But
just
even
too
a
fucking much for that car.
decked out GT is going to cost you 58 to 60.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Not to mention that you don't have the frickin' twin tablet dash on the S550s.
Yeah.
Well, like there's some people that don't like that twin tablet, and there's some people like myself that actually like it.
Well, there's two models. There's a model of the GT with double tablet or the bigger main screen. There's a couple different models. If you get the full one, if I remember right, I'm pretty sure it's all one giant screen from one side to the other.
Damn, now that would be different. I don't know if I've seen
I'd
that
have to
model.
go watch a video to verify that. The Dark Horse, I'm pretty sure, was one big giant screen.
Well, that's tough.
Isn't that the way the damn C8 is? One big ass screen going across there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But with their driver cockpit, the wraparound shit.
Yeah,
the console
that thing,
coming
I don't
around.
like that thing.
See, I don't
It
think
has a
that's something
video
I don't think I
camera.
would like either.
Has a video camera mirror and shit. You can't even see out the back of it.
Yeah. See, I don't think I would like that. But I've never driven one, so I'm just going by what I see. It might be different if I ever got the chance to actually get in the driver's seat and drive one. I might actually like it. Hell, who knows?
That's true. I never drove
I'll
one.
stick with the 68 then.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, just by looking
Hell
at it,
with that.
I don't know if I would like that wraparound dash like that comes all the way down between the seats. I don't know if I would like that. But like I said, I've never sat in one. I've never driven one. I don't know. I might like it if I ever got in and drove it. So I don't know. I just keep an open mind when it comes to stuff like that.
Go driving one.
Nah, I ain't gonna go waste their time, man. I ain't gonna buy one, so ain't no sense going test drive one.
Doesn't matter. You just want to see, don't you?
I mean, I could go to dealership just sit in one of them, but there's no sense in me wasting their time trying to drive it. I ain't gonna buy it.
Okay.
What's crazy, guys, is like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, in 20 or 21, I did a video on the car that I own now. Like, not the exact car, but the identical package, and then I finally ended up with one, which I said in that video way back when that if I could buy one of these, this is the one that I would buy.
Mm-hmm.
And then some dude traded it in on a Ford Bronco, and he only had 7,000 miles on it, and it was a 20, and so I got a good deal on it, low miles, couldn't pass it up, but the interest rate is fucking me for sure at the moment. I'm gonna refinance that shit as soon as these feds get off their ass and drop the fucking interest rate, which will probably be next year if we're lucky.
They're starting to come down a little bit right now. They're not moving any big waves, but the numbers are starting to come down some.
Yeah.
How high is yours, Forte?
What's that?
How high is yours?
High is my interest rate. I bought a used car 2 years ago, and I had 3% interest rate. When I bought this Mustang, 6.9%.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's not
Yeah,
even
that's like
as-
20K almost.
Yeah.
15K for sure.
What is your interest rate on your Corvette supply?
9.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
I bet you. I
I
bet
gotta
you.
refinance that. Yeah.
I
Well,
bet
get
you feel a
this.
little bit better now, don't you, there, Forte?
Well, yeah, and you know what, Salty? I was 6.9, and the interest rate, like you said, did come down a little bit. And my bank doesn't charge me shit to do refinance or anything. I got good credit, so I pre-qualify for everything. I fucking refinanced that bitch about a month ago to save $25 off of my payment.
I don't.
Oh,
Hey,
God,
man, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all.
I freaking got down to 6.1, so that's how far it's dropped. The little bit that it did drop.
But that also might do to the state you live in too. If you were in another state, it might actually be a little bit cheaper. You being in
Yeah, it's hard to
California where
say.
everything's fucking higher than everything. So, you know, if you're like maybe say Michigan or out on the East Coast somewhere, or hell, just in a different state other than California, it might be cheaper. Hell,
Yeah,
Arizona,
well,
New Mexico, it might be cheaper.
it didn't cost me nothing, and it was saving money, so I said, "Fuck yeah, I'll do it."
Hell, I can't
You
blame you.
know?
Oh, Bama. We lost Bama.
That don't surprise me none. He done got to the point here lately. Sometimes he don't even say bye. He just goes.
He might have dropped out. I fat fingered the thing.
Where when everybody's talking and you get tired of waiting to say goodbye, so you just leave. I do that.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm talking too much.
Yeah.
It was
No.
nice chat.
Yeah, me and Forte was talking too much, so I shut up too.
I tell it too. When people are having a conversation, you don't want to interrupt them. I might say it in the chat. I'll just, I gotta go.
I mean, I get tired of hearing them fucking talk, and I fucking interrupt them.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's
yeah.
what you
Gary
gotta
just
do.
say, "Hey, can somebody shut up for me to get a word in? God damn it!"
The worst part about it is when everybody talks over one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst part about multiple. I mean, I had that same problem today in a Teams meeting this morning at work.
Mm.
People talking.
I bet
over-
that's rough when you're trying to talk business like that.
Well, the thing is, 3 of them were in the same room using this, using a conference call speaker.
Yeah.
And then the other 4 of us were, in different places.
No, just like us, just bullshitting. But I imagine you, or your job, y'all actually talking about business and this and that. I imagine that could be a little bit of a headache.
We were talking about the work. Yeah.
Well, we got it. Like when we do our Zooms and stuff like that at the hall, we do our executive board meeting. We have like 16 people. So basically, after the president gets done talking, he'll ask, "Does anybody else got anything to say or whatever?" And then people kind of like they'll chime in. Well, I'll do, and whoever says first, then they get to speak, and then the other ones have to wait.
Yeah. Shit, I know us on Discord when we're in there gaming and shit. Hell, they were always running our mouth. It's just,
Sometimes, I mean, I've been on there and I'm like, you guys need to shut the fuck up and listen.
because I'm sure you've done it before too, Gary, playing your games. I'm sure Pink's done it. If you've ever been a gamer and you're on like TeamSpeak or you're on Discord and shit like that, and especially if you ever raided like in your games or WoW, whatever, and you got the raid leader sitting there trying to call out where people needs to be, because a lot of people, for some reason, I don't know why they join raids when they have no fucking idea how to raid, but you get people in there and they're always out of place. And you know how it is. If one person wipes,
You know what I used
what's
to
that?
do to them? I was a fucking tank, so I had a ton of hit points. I go up there and hit duel.
Go up there and hit what?
What do you want to duel me for? Because you won't shut up.
Well, it's really kind of hard to do that because we use the Discord overlay. So when we're in the raids or whatever, which I don't raid anymore, but when you're in the raids, whenever somebody talks, it automatically pops up on the screen, but there's nothing you can click because the game is over top of the Discord, and then they got an overlay button that's in Discord that will overlay the chat into the game.
Yeah, and on EverQuest they don't have that. You just go into your thing and you just hit you target the person that won't shut up, and then you go over there and you hit duel, and they'll either shut up or you kill them.
Well, we don't want to kill nobody that's in the raid, because you kill the wrong person, you wipe the whole damn group.
That's all right.
You don't want to kill nobody.
One time that people talk is when the leaders of the group, when we're in a raid, they'll call the people in as they need them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So healer, or ranger or whatever, rogues or whatever, they'll call them in, and those people come in. They usually don't allow to say nothing in that. But when the leader tries to explain how we're going to approach this, that's when these guys start talking over each other. That's when I'd walk up to them and duel them.
Well, yeah, saying that makes sense, because usually we usually go over the raid when everybody finally gets into Discord and before we start the fight. We're standing around the boss, but not in his hit area. We're not in his aggro, and then we'll go around and put like little different color symbols here and there, and this is where the healer is supposed to be, and the range DPS is supposed to be over in this area, and then the melee has to be around. But see, with these new boss fights now, you have to run in and out of shit so much, because now there'll be like a little window that'll open up. It'll come to a certain time during the fight where there'll be a little window open up, and then only so many people is allowed to go in there, because you're out here fighting this part of the boss, but he has a shadow that you have to go into like another area to fight him. So then everybody has to be on the same page. So usually the raid leader, when we're actually in the fight, everybody else stays quiet and the raid leader calls the spots.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's how we did it too.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is before you go into the raid, when they're trying to explain how they want to run things, people start talking over each other and this and that, and I would kill them. Then the guy,
I can't stand that shit either.
Over and res them, but that was before we went into the raid.
Yeah, I can't stand like when you're talking about, and when the raid leader's trying to explain it before you start the raid, and then you got people talking over each other. I'm like, hey man, can y'all shut up so we know where we need to be? Because he's trying to tell us where we need to be, but we don't know because y'all motherfuckers won't shut up because we can't hear him call a spot. Because all that shit has to work in unison. Because if you lose one or two healers in a raid, that whole that fight right there is a wipe, because there's not enough healers to keep the damn party alive.
Right.
Well, I always left myself on mute, push to talk, and just didn't say anything unless I needed to during a raid.
Yeah, well, me, I've always played like in the raid. I like playing ranged. I don't like being immediately like right up on top of the boss. I like being arranged so I can actually see the fight happening. So I was always one of the ones that helped the raid leader call the spots for the ranged. Like he'll pick one person on the healers, because there'll be 4 or 5 healers in there, and they'll pick one healer, and then that person will call the spots out during the raid. He'll do the same thing for the ranged, same thing for because usually we have 2 or 3 tanks in there, because they'll have to tank off. One tank takes so much damage, and then he'll swap the tank over to another tank. This tank will have to heal up and just DPS for a little bit, and then back and forth. So the tank always keeps the aggro, because if the damn tank ever loses the aggro, you can forget it. That motherfucker's gonna wipe the whole group.
But you got to get a good tank, dude. They can hold the aggro. That's the thing.
Well, these damn bosses now, man, you can't these bosses they got in WoW now. You can't just one tank them anymore. You got to have multiple tanks now to be able to do these damn bosses, because they made the fight so damn complex.
Have multiple tanks, but if you got a tank that can't hold it, they'll go through there and kill all the healers, and you're done.
Oh yeah, you're done quick as shit. Because if the healers die, the whole fight's over with, because everybody's gonna die. Everything usually the 2 most important classes in any fight, and Gary, you know this, and Pinks, you do too, is the tank and the healers. Them 2 are the 2 most important in the whole fight. The DPS is usually just a DPS, you know what I mean? But the tank and the healers, that's the most important people in the whole damn fight.
Those are the guys that's got to hold it and heal. But I'm going to tell you something. Some of these mages, pets, dude, they can hold. Woo!
Oh yeah. A hunter, if you got a really good hunter in WoW, because now you got your hunters, you can set your pets to tank, range, Not you can't do them to heal anymore, but you can do them, set them to tank or DPS. Man, if you got the right pet as a hunter, dude, that's something that can hold the aggro like crazy. Like me, I always use the gorilla. I always use a gorilla. That's something that can hold a tank like hold the aggro like some bitch.
So anyhow, Pinks, what do you got to do to your car still to get it running?
Get it tuned.
Okay, so you're done then.
What's up, Philly?
What's happening?
Who said what's up?
Well,
Woody.
get it and get that cable, that one last bolt in the
Who was
cable.
that?
Woody.
Hey, what's up? No way.
Oh, what's up, Woody? Oh shit, I didn't know. Gee, what's up, buddy?
No way.
Hey, dude, that dude, I'm a big fan of that dude's channel.
Hey, I'm just listening, guys.
It's all right.
What? No way. I'm a big fan of that dude's channel. I like the
Wait,
shit out
no,
of it.
Salty, you don't get it. That's not what that's from.
Oh, I know the whole Woody No Way shit.
What's that
But
from?
no, there's actually a channel out there called What No Way.
But do you know what the No Way is from?
If I want to remember right, back in the day when we was hanging out in Robert's Garage's damn live streams.
No, this was on your channel, Salty.
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. I forgot I used to do quite a bit of live streams.
Well, Street Fox come up there, and there's a guy that's impersonating him and pecker bombed you.
Oh, he didn't pick up on me.
Yeah.
On my channel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Holy shit, I forgot all about that.
And when
Matt,
Street
like,
when he
no
came up on the
way.
panel, yeah, when he came up on the panel, I was like, Street Fox, he never comes up on the panel. I was like, Street Fox, no way. And then freaking all of a sudden the pecker bomb happens, and I was like, oh shit.
No way.
No way.
Oh, no way.
I guess not. Huh?
Well, Woody, I got a question. Do y'all ever hear anything out of CC anymore?
CC, I don't understand.
CC, the big fat guy. CC. You know, what's that guy up in Canada?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about now? The big fat guy.
Yeah. Oh, CP.
CP. Okay. CP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't hear anything from him. I don't associate with him, you know.
Okay.
I don't have nothing bad to say about him. I'm not going to badmouth him.
Oh, no, me either. No, I would never say nothing bad about him.
All I got to say is he talked a lot of shit.
I will say that. Now, he did do a lot of that. Does Robert's Garage even still go live anymore? Does he still work his channel at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he works it every now and then.
I don't think I'm subbed to him no more. I need to resub to him because I used to love hanging out in his channel and listening to him bullshit. God almighty.
He talks about some shit. That's why I just like going there and listening.
Woody, you was on that. You was in that panel that night. Was you actually on the panel when that dude from Canada sit down and took a shit on the live stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were.
That was a complete toilet garage.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he didn't turn his camera off. He didn't do nothing. He just went in the bathroom, sit, and started taking the shit with the camera on and everything.
He didn't even mute the mic.
He didn't do hell no. He was sitting there carrying on a conversation with everybody while he's taking the shit.
You should have told him, give me a courtesy flush.
He didn't give nobody nothing, dude. That shit, dude, you talking about somebody dying laughing, dude. I just about pissed my pants. I started laughing so hard at that shit.
Yeah, dude's half crazy, man.
Crazy.
I hadn't heard from those guys in a long time, so I don't know.
That was some good
Pink.
times, though.
I appreciate you letting me up, Pinks.
Oh yeah.
We appreciate you coming up.
How's them old bullnose doing, man?
They're waiting on me to finish this damn rental house I'm working on so I can work on the little bastards.
Yeah.
Those trucks are clean, dude.
Just hadn't had time.
What's your plans for the truck? You just plan on just getting them running, or what is your plans on them?
Yeah, I've got a built 302 for it already with It's carbureted and 2600 stall C6. But I'm just gonna make it an A to B vehicle. You know, I'm
Yeah,
gonna put like
ain't nothing wrong with that.
456 in it, and just tear up the Mustangs and the Camaros from red light to red light. You know what I mean?
Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Just have fun with it. It's not gonna be a highway vehicle.
I always thought light to light was always the funnest.
Hell yeah.
That's when you know you're old, is when you know that shit, right?
Oh hell yeah!
Well, we used to
I
just
used
take a $20 bill and we'd put it in the window sill, on the passenger side or whatever side they were on you, and they'd put a $20 bill in there, and then you'd hit it, and then the next light you'd reach over, they'd hand you your $20 bill.
Like,
I
I
used to
can't
do
believe
that
you
shit
got
all the time. My Volkswagen Bug. I couldn't never outrun them from stop sign to stop sign, but from stop sign to stop sign, that damn Volkswagen shit and get. But after that, I was dead meat.
Yeah, either light the light or over the bridge.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
that was good times though.
Yeah, we had a strip up on Telegraph and Warren Road, and there was a Sunoco gas station there, so it was kind of like the run was going downhill, and we had, as soon as you hit that bridge, you was at a quarter mile, right? And man, we used to hit off that bridge. So one time, this guy had this Javelin, and another guy had a Mustang. It was probably like a 69 or 70, and we were right behind these two guys, and these guys were revving up, man, getting ready to go. And there was a cop right next to me, and I'm trying to like beat my horn, and these guys didn't listen, man. And I'm telling you, they got pulled over before they, as soon as they left the light, he hit his lights.
Oh God, that's gotta be a bad feeling.
I've seen that a lot of times down here, buddy.
But man, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Get out of the car and go tell them?
Hell no.
Hey, assholes, there's a cop behind you.
No, you just kind of let them just eat the shit after that. Just kind of like,
That's
hey,
when you get your
it
camera
is what
phone
it
out.
is. I ain't getting involved.
Damn, I can't believe you got a 5,000 stall for that Fairmont. Are you planning on, just riding two wheels all the way down the track or what?
Nah.
And two wheels
gonna be-
like the red light.
It won't be streetable. I mean, it'll be streetable, but it'll be a pain in the ass.
Well, I had 5,000 stall on my 408 and my notchback, and I didn't have a problem with it. It was all right.
Yeah.
It was all right. Just got to do a little bit of 2-footing.
Oh, yeah.
What gears you got in the back?
Well, this has got a 410. On my notchback, I had a 456.
Yeah. With the 410s, you may make it a little better like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that thing's going to either burn the tires off or it's going to launch like a motherfucker.
Well, let's hope it launches like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no
gonna
shit.
Your neighbors are gonna love you. They're gonna hear you coming a mile away.
So I'm going to tell you. Well, I got all Team Z suspension under that car. It ain't nothing stock under it. So we got it set up. It should hook pretty good.
We have to get you a dually set up on the back of it. That way you can run 4 tires.
There you go.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Put some dualies on the back of that bastard. That would be interesting.
Tub it.
Yeah, yeah. Hell no. Just let two of them stick out past the fenders. Be a conversation. Yeah, be a conversation piece wherever you go. Boy, you bring that shit down here, there'll be some rednecks down here that pull that shit. They'd do it. There ain't no doubt in my mind about that.
I get these little dudes up here, get these little freaking Rangers and shit, and they put the wheels on them.
It's really easy though to do that to those little Rangers. All you gotta do is go find you one of those damn Toyota. Remember the Toyota campers they used to make? They just get the dually axles out from under those Toyotas and slap them right up under the Rangers, and there you go. You got to do it.
If you can find one up here, I don't know, man. That'd be tough. Toyota Ranger in a long time, or a Toyota camper like that in a long time.
They got them down here, but they don't. The camper part of it is worse for wear. They ain't worth a shit. And the people that's got the really nice ones, hell, they proud of them too. You ever try to buy one of those some bitches? God almighty, they're expensive as hell.
Yeah, up here they're all rusted up and junked.
Yeah, a lot of them down here are they ain't worth a shit on the inside the camper park. Hell's leaking like hell and every damn thing else. They got that something all duct taped together and everything else. Hell, they take off and the damn windows will flap in the back. I ain't lying. I've seen that shit happen down here. Damn windows don't even stay closed no more on.
Vortec,
Yeah.
you guys got a good amount of S650 GTs on your lot or no?
We have a couple GTs that are out there. We've been giving good deals on them. So, and right now they're offering the employee plan for most of the vehicles on the lot. So we're getting ready to sell a bunch of cars.
Well, keep your eye on them, obviously, with the unlocking of the tuning, and see if they start flying off the lot any faster than they were before.
Yeah, I did just now heard of that from you guys. So
I literally, like I said, while I was on here, I had a notification pop up that said that they were unlocked, and how true it was, I don't know, but I would imagine he wouldn't make that the title of a video if it didn't happen.
yeah, it's hard to say whether it'll make a difference. I mean, most people that like them have them, and they're going to be happy, you know, because now they'll be able to unlock their car. I mean, most people figured they will do it eventually.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I think there's gonna be a lot of cars being sold within the next 90 days anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the holdup on them. It's just something about just changing them like they did.
And the price.
It just kind of, and the price and the interest rates right now that just people are just waiting, I think.
Well, you know, Trump, he paused them damn tariffs for 90 days today. So,
all of them?
They're gonna, yeah, he put a 90-day pause on all the tariffs except for China. He raised theirs to 125%.
Yeah, you know, Trump's like that. He's just proving a point. He's just manipulating people.
Yeah, all he's doing, dude, man, he is.
From my understanding, all these other countries are saying, "Hey, man, let's just do 10%. That's fair."
Well, what he's doing, he's using our market to negotiate the deals. That's why he threw them big ass tariffs on there last week. So he's using our market, our country, because according to the world, we're the richest, biggest consumer of all the products. So everybody wants our market. So he slapped the tariffs on it. Yes. So he slapped all the damn tariffs on there to bring everybody to the damn negotiating table because people didn't want to do it. So instead of China coming to the negotiating table, they figured they would damn retaliate with a big ass damn tariff. Like, okay, well, Trump's like, okay, China come out with a 38% tariff. And then Trump raised it up to 75% or something like that. And then China come back with another one. And then Trump said, okay, well, I'll just raise yours to 125 then.
Yeah, Trump likes that. Trump likes that kind of shit. You know, he wants somebody to call his bluff.
China's stock market is worse than ours right now.
Yes. Yeah, their market's going to be a hell of a lot worse than ours when them damn 125% tariffs kick in.
Well, what do you think it's doing to China right now? It's crippling them more than it's crippling us, be honest with you.
See, and Trump knows that shit.
Yeah, because most us Americans, we can just hold off on buying shit for a little while just to freaking fuck around, you know?
The only thing that I see us cannot hold off on buying is our medications because, hell, 90% of our medications come from China now. That's where they got... Yeah, that's where they got us over a barrel.
Yeah, but he'll fix that shit. We'll be making that shit here directly. I guarantee it.
What about fuel?
Fuel? We don't need nobody else's fuel. We got our own. We don't need that shit.
It's Buy American,
Fuel's
man.
supposedly dropping a little bit, but I am not seeing it here in California.
I'm seeing it here. It's down below. I filled up my mom's car the day before yesterday, and I got it for $2.63 a gallon.
What up, Boosted?
Boosted, what's up, buddy?
Boosted.
Get on up on the panel, Boosted.
What's slapping him?
Like I said, Trump, he's the master negotiator, man. He's making everybody understand that, look, you want to do business here, it's going to be one way, and that's the only way. And he's making them all come to the negotiating table so he can work out a deal with them so we can stop being screwed by all of their fucking tariffs that they slap on us.
Well, basically,
That's all it is.
Basically, he's just trying to fix everything that freaking Clinton and Carter and all those guys did, man.
Yep, exactly.
He's trying to level the playing field, and it's happening. People are coming to the table. You know, there's some of them are going to be a little stubborn, but it's going to get good. Almost guaranteed.
Yeah, well, they had a damn press conference today, and they said there were 75 companies now are trying to come to Washington to make a deal. 75 countries.
What about all these other countries now that's dropping their tariffs?
But these other countries, I'm telling you, they're telling them, say, hey, man,
exactly.
6%.
Everybody that hated Trump's going to be eating crow soon.
Oh, you can count on that, Boosted.
No,
like I said,
they might eat crow, but they won't admit it.
Oh, they won't ever admit it. They're the same ones out there dressing as dogs and cats doing these protests out here.
Well, you got a lot of countries out there are already eating crow, and they're admitting it already because now they're wanting to take their tariffs already all the way down to zero.
Israel even dropped theirs.
Yeah, they dropped theirs to fucking zero, just like fucking what was it? Vietnam and all of them.
Vietnam,
all been dropping the fucking
to hell.
Yeah,
China can go to hell. I don't care. Screw China.
Look,
China's
never done nothing for us except for rip us off, and we
that's it.
No, China started a freaking virus that literally killed so many people in this world and got away with it.
Yeah, amen. No doubt.
That's a terrorist act, and they got away with it.
What's really sad though is our government funded that lab.
Yes, exactly, 100%. You're right, Pinks.
Yeah. With all that money that's going to waste that Elon uncovered.
But they said, I don't know if y'all heard, they hadn't announced what it is yet, but they said they have found something very, very big, and they're waiting a couple of days to announce it to get it right. But they said they found some waste that is fucking just absolutely astronomical.
It don't shock me.
Oh, they've seen my Twitter.
So they hadn't released what the name of it is. They said they're going to be releasing it later this week. And they say it's going to shock everybody in the country when they release that shit.
We're already, not like we're not shocked already.
Yeah, no shit.
You say you live in California?
No, I call it California. Yeah.
Man, I feel sorry for you, bro. I'm sorry. I really. The thing
I
is,
appreciate
California is such a beautiful state, man.
It is.
North.
I hate that for y'all, man.
Yeah, I'm one of those ones that want to cut California in half. The red part and the fucking blue part, the state of Jefferson.
I have met so many people from California lately because I work all over the country, and they're just like us. They're all red. They can't stand the crap goes on in California.
Yep.
My dad left California before 7 years before he died. He had to get out of the state. He was tired of it.
It just shocks me how people from California are actually conservative. It's kind of mind blowing. I think it's
like a motherfucker.
I think it's mainly just your main cities, but that's everywhere,
Big cities tend to have all the liberals, a lot of liberals in them.
Yeah, they had a dog barking contest out here, protest dressed as dogs and cats the other day protesting Trump.
Yeah, that shit's known as a furry, a pronoun of the fur, whatever identifies as a fucking furry.
Sounds like a mental retardation. I should have called the pound on them.
They literally put cat boxes in school classrooms. Let me tell you that.
I should have called animal control on the dummies, man.
No shit. That's crazy.
That's cool. If I were still going there, and I'd be in there like and shooing the cat out the room because we don't need no pets in this school. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're doing that shit now that Trump's in there.
Yeah.
Hell, I'd be like this. Hell, I'd be, me being in the South down here, being a redneck. I'm like, hell, what y'all do? Y'all put me a piss in the room. I just go piss in the bastard.
I throw some litter on them.
Hell yeah. Or take a good shit in it right there in front of everybody and start sweeping over it.
What's up, bro?
Dude, I'm thinking next time they do that, I'm gonna go find some stink bombs and some smoke bombs.
There you go.
Guys, I'm gonna drop off here. It's time
Smoke
to
'em.
go to bed.
Take it easy there,
Hey,
Mr.
you
Gary.
take care, Gary.
All
Bye,
right,
Gary.
Gary, keep us posted on that
Gary.
Fairmont.
Actually, I'm down to 8%, so I got to tuck out of here too. I didn't even know my battery was this low.
Oh, you slacker.
Take it easy, Blind.
All right,
So,
man.
Boosh, did you finally? When did you get back in town?
Oh, I've
Later,
been in town. I
Sublime.
just been on
All right, later, guys.
712s, man.
You been where now?
I've been on 712s, 84 hours a week.
Hoo 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 wee. Boy, that's some long days.
Is that at
Yeah.
the road here, or
Do what?
is that just up the road?
Yeah, here at the fair. Yeah, I'm going to Chattanooga next and Monday.
Yeah.
Chattanooga.
Then I'll be
They-
84 hours there till May, and then I'm done.
You called me what, last Saturday or Saturday
Yeah.
before last when I was at the track?
Last Saturday.
Yeah, it rained us out by I think 7 o'clock. We got to watch the jet car go down once and a couple.
Did you see we're supposed to have tornadoes again tomorrow? Again?
I think
Like
so.
this is starting to get out of control, man.
It is. It's crazy.
Brailsford, what's up, bro?
What's up, guys?
Long
Hey, when you
time
say
no
you're
see.
going to be done after you get back from Chattanooga, how many months you going to have off at that point?
I'll be off till end of August.
You're
Oh
not-
shit! So hell, you're not going to be able to make Ford takeover, then, are you?
Yeah, I'll be able to probably make Ford takeover. I don't have to work no more after this. I just don't want to.
Hell yeah, make all the money while you can. Shit, yeah.
I know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the
Pay them bills.
Shelby's got to get some goodies for long.
Ford Ranger's got to get fixed up.
Yeah, the Ford Ranger's got a new power plant. That's a whole new thing now.
So what happened to the LS you had going in it?
I'm gonna tell you what, he's had it for a long time. Well, he ended up painting it for me and all that, but he got a motor in the other day, and I was just talking to him. I said, "Hey man, I'd be interested in trading you that and give you the difference." He's like, "Nah, man, I've had it this long. You can just have it." So I got a
Is
Coyote out of it.
You got a Coyote? You putting a Coyote in the Ranger?
Yep.
There you go.
Damn.
Hell, I'd go pick it up and drop it off at Ken's.
Yeah.
Then for sure it'd be done right at that point.
Yeah. Eventually it'll get done. Who knows when, but I'm not holding my teeth. I still got this little Civic and Shelby and the C8, so I got
Have you
plenty of things.
You seen Ken got a dyno in the shop now?
I did. My Shelby's going up there this summer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Get
gonna
a
shoot for about.
baseline.
I'm gonna shoot for. I don't know if I should port the blower and all that, or if I should just break down and do the 3.8 Whipple.
I'd go with the 3.8 Whipple myself.
That's what I thought. The reason I thought that, you can make 900 something on 93 with them.
Yeah.
Oh, 93?
Yeah, on 93.
Holy shit.
That kit runs about what, 12 grand?
Oh no, the 3.8 Whipple, you can get it for like 79, 8,000.
But I mean, if you go all out and go for the full one with the pumps and everything, are
Oh
you
yeah,
just going to piece it together?
if you get all of it, I think it's like 12.
Yeah. It's
Hell,
like
But here's the thing: if I was to get the 3.8 Whipple, I could take the blower off the Shelby and put on the Ranger.
What miles you got on that GT500?
Just 9,200.
hold on.
Okay. Because I mean, if you're
Hell,
still within your warranty range and you buy those full kits through
I'm-
Ford Motor, whatever the hell, they'll give you warranty on that shit.
Oh, I'm voiding warranties. I ain't
I
worried
fell
about
off.
that.
I was gonna let you know, Booster. You do know Pink's got a Whipple up for sale, right?
I don't know if that'll fit. Not sure.
On the Ranger?
It'll fit
Oh,
a
on the
couple.
Ranger, yeah. Yeah, on the Ranger. But here's the thing: if I get the 3.8, I can just take the one off mine and put on the Ranger. Though, won't have
But it
anything in
won't
it.
fit. Different
It's
engine.
supposed. It's supposed to fit, from what I read.
Well,
There's
that's-
an
Yeah,
adapter.
I'm not sure
what's his nuts?
on that.
Mustang lifestyle. He put a GT500 blower on his Coyote Swap New Edge, I thought, or something like that.
Oh, well, I
Yeah,
didn't know
they
were
fit.
swappable like that.
Yeah, they fit. What I've
If
read
that's
and
the
seen,
case,
they do.
the Whipple would fit on yours.
Yeah.
Because it's
You put
it's a 5.2 block.
You putting a Gen 2 or Gen 3 in that Ranger?
Gym 1.
Gen 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm redoing it though. It's already out. We put new bearings, everything in.
Well, yeah, hell yeah, I would too.
It's already out.
And
You
it
gonna
is
raise
a Mustang motor, not a 5.0 truck.
Yeah.
you gonna raise the Ranger up a little bit to get it to fit in there?
Supposedly that the way it sits, it's supposed to fit in there. It's from everything that we've been doing some research on it.
Right on.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any 5.0s in a Ranger that I could think of.
Oh
Nope,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
one
There's
on.
a guy out there that's got a yellow one.
Yeah.
You know what I
Hey,
should do is to just keep my Whipple, get the engine to put in my truck, fix that, and then put the Whipple on my truck.
there you go.
Yeah.
No,
I
you
keep
could definitely do that.
That's
You
not
got
gonna.
4-wheel drive truck?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd do that. I'd do that.
That's like the new trend.
I just want it running again without issues, so I can drive it
Shoot,
and just pull the
I was
trailer.
in that. I was in that 4-wheel drive whip state truck before about anybody was really.
You don't miss that truck?
That
Oh
truck?
yeah, shoot, yeah, I do. I was one of the first ones to have that. If y'all remember that, remember they built the first one.
That was a
Mm-hmm.
Gen.
black.
Wasn't
Wasn't it a black one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
That was
remember
a
it.
Gen 3 too, wasn't it? That was a Gen
yep,
3
Gen
setup,
3.
wasn't it?
Yep, it's Gen 3 Whipple, small pulley, everything.
Yeah, mine is Gen 1. So
Pinks, I think you seen that truck in person, didn't you?
Yeah, he had. They seen it a couple times.
I know from what I seen on video, that was a pretty son of a bitch. I know that.
Man, it
Yeah.
was.
it was.
Wasn't that a standard cab, short
Yeah,
bed? I think.
single cab, short bed. It was slick,
Yep.
all murdered out.
Well, let me ask you this: if Ford was to build that truck, what do you think they would put a price tag on that bastard ass?
Too
Oh my
goddamn
god,
much.
with the platinum interior,
I like pink too goddamn much.
come out with that you got to think that little truck had massaging seats and everything.
The thing they don't do is platinum interiors and single cabs. They don't do that.
Yeah.
You have to
But people
rewire
are
the whole truck.
converting them. Sorry. People are converting them, putting the screens and everything in cluster.
Me though, if I
Cause
was, don't get me wrong, the platinum interior is beautiful, but I have always been partial to the King Ranch shit. So I would much prefer having one of the King
I
Ranch.
liked the
That's just
black
me.
better.
I
Black
like
on black.
black.
Mine was
Yeah, I like
all
black better.
murdered, man.
Yeah, black on black does look good now. I won't sit here and say it don't. That's yours was
I had
beautiful.
the Shelby 22s on it, dude. That truck was nice.
Yours was a sweet ride. There was no doubt about that.
My
Yeah,
truck is not that nice.
What was that, Pink?
So my truck that I own now is not that nice. I miss my.
Oh man, it don't have to be to serve your purpose.
Shoot,
Well,
my truck ain't as nice either, bro.
What was that, Pinks? I didn't hear you, bud. Say it again.
I got a 2012 F-150 now.
Oh shit, ain't nothing wrong with that.
My 2013 that I have now has got issues.
They just don't have the power, do they, Pinks?
And it can't pull this trailer for shit.
That's what I'm saying. Mine don't pull my boat very good either.
I'm used to having a diesel, and that 24-foot trailer
Same.
gets super heavy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
Gotta get a beer.
put the focus in I wasn't sure. Are you
What the
farting?
hell?
Man, I'm out here.
Did somebody just fart on the mic or something?
No, I'm in California, and somebody with a fart can muffler drove by.
my neighbor in an undisclosed location or what? Some top secret shit.
No, I'm at Camp Pendleton right now.
Pendleton. Now you're making me want some Pendleton whiskey.
Yeah,
Isn't that where all the Marines are?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go home.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. This little Civic kind of quick, man, for what it is. 200 horsepower, naturally aspirated.
Is it
Man, you need to throw you a big ass turbo on that bastard.
Dude, that thing is actually pretty quick. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
Which version is it?
It's the 2013 Civic Si.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
6
like
speed.
that. Those are nice little cars. And you put a turbo on them, those things will kick.
I'm telling you,
5
man, it's
speed.
not wrong. 6 speed.
6. Oh,
Yeah.
that's even better.
Yeah, those things will move. I mean, you put a little, and it's not even a big turbo. You just need a little turbo, and it's cheap.
It's mind blowing because I had a supercharged Cobalt SS back in the day,
I
and
remember
this
those.
Civic all motors faster than that car was.
Oh, it's also, yeah, it's probably lighter than the Cobalt was
Oh
too.
yeah, it's light, very light. It's 30 miles a gallon.
Yours is a 2-door, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I like those. Not
Hey, I
bad.
gotta
Man, I need to
bounce
get my
off.
freaking.
I gotta get off. I gotta spend some time with Jess. Y'all have a good one. It's good talking to all y'all. I'll catch up with y'all
Yes, sir.
You too,
Later,
Booster.
man.
Take care, buddy.
Take
All
her
right, see
easy,
y'all
Booster.
later.
Yeah, that is one
Gotta
car
get my.
I've never owned in my life. I've never owned a Honda of anything.
Really? I'm
I
gonna
had a.
No,
I had a Civic. I love my Civic when I had it.
I miss
I've
my
never owned a Honda of nothing.
my first Civic was
They're
one of the
reliable.
wagons, the Civic wagons. The thing was badass, except for I had a bad starter in it, and so I had to park it. I always had to park it on a hill so I could push start it. And then I finally get some money because I was broke. Get some money, I buy a starter. I put a starter in it, and 2 days later, somebody hits me.
Oh Lord. The only
Yeah, I don't
Hondas I've
like.
ever owned, I had a Honda 4-wheeler, I had a Honda Shadow, and then I had a Honda Hurricane 1000. That's the only 3
Honda
Hondas I've ever had.
motorcycles are good.
Yeah, I will agree. Honda motorcycles. Now, if I was to ever buy me another street bike, 100% it's going to be a Honda Goldwing. I would never buy nothing
I
else.
love Hondas. I've
Yeah,
always
Honda.
yeah, I mean,
They
I've
make
owned
good
a
engines.
couple others, but I've always had Hondas.
I've had my time with the Harleys. Don't want no more Harleys. I'm done with those.
I won't buy another lawnmower unless it's got a Honda engine.
Yeah, Honda lawnmowers and pressure washers are strong too.
My pressure washer has a Honda engine on it. The engine runs fine. The what is it? The
Impeller.
pump itself and the kick down quit working. So when you pull the trigger, it doesn't kick up anymore. And,
Yeah.
And that's the pump. The motor runs strong.
Can you buy another pump off Amazon?
I've been trying to find it, and every time I buy one, I bought 2 that were supposed to be the right one, and they're not the same.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's like impossible. If I could order it from the company and pay 10 times the amount, I might as well just
Yeah.
buy a brand new one.
Yeah, I agree.
They just want you to buy new ones.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
so
they're
so
cheap enough now. It's worth just going to buy another pressure washer.
After these,
Yeah.
to get the pressure I had, I need and with a kick down, because not all of them do the kick down. A lot of them they full run the whole time and only kick down when when you shut them off.
What size pressure washer you got? 20, 26, 35?
36.
36? Okay.
36
Yeah.
2.5 GPM.
Because I have a 34, 35 Ryobi pressure washer, and I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, that son of a bitch I ain't got no problems out that pressure washer.
What mine was the Ryobi, but it was the one level up from that one, I guess, the 35, the 36. But I don't know what happened to the pump. I don't know why it quit. It just quit one day. It quit working in the kick down, so it wouldn't crank up when I pulled the trigger. It wouldn't ever give it power again, so it wouldn't give me pressure.
How old is your pressure washer, if you don't mind me asking?
Like 3-4 years.
Okay, well, they changed the pump system in them. I mean, I don't know if you've done this or not. They changed the pump system where you can only use their chemicals. Because, see, I've always been notorious for going buying the industrial bleach. And I use that more than I do any of that chemical shit.
Chemical issue, because if I'm using chemicals, I have a foam cannon that I attach to the end of it.
Yeah,
Doesn't go through the pump. Yeah,
because I like the industrial bleach because that's what I use to pressure wash houses and shit like that with.
No problem.
I love that shit, man.
I wasn't doing anything wrong to it. I wasn't using the tank that's built in for that.
The one down in the front. Yeah,
I didn't use that.
They make a rebuild kit for it. You might be able to rebuild it.
I don't know what exactly is wrong with it. It's like it doesn't throttle up like it's supposed to. It's an automatic thing, and it's part of the pump. It's actually part of the pump. When you pull the trigger, it throttles up.
Yeah, they just about make these damn things anymore where you can't service them your damn self. You pretty much have to take them in or some shit like that.
I played around with it. I messed with it, and nothing. And they don't make them so that most of them don't have a throttle adjustment on them anymore either. Like you can't like I remember the old ones where you start it and then you crank it up and you use it. Well, on this one, on most of them now, they're always on at full power, or they have a kick down. You know, the nicer ones will have a kick down, so when you release, it'll kick down the motor, so it's not trying.
Yeah, that's what mine does. My Ryobi. When I release the trigger, it kicks down.
And it stopped doing that. It stopped kicking up. It didn't stop kicking down. It wouldn't kick up anymore, and so it wasn't giving it throttle. And that's all part of the pump itself that does that. And I have no idea how it works, and I couldn't find information on it. I mean, I spent over a week trying to fix that son of a bitch.
Damn.
And then, like I said, I bought a pump, and the new pump came in, and the pump looked exact, and it was perfect fit, but it didn't have the kickdown part on it. And without that, this motor isn't set to run full without something to tell it to. And so I had it wouldn't work. So I sent that back, got my money back, and I guess I'll just have to buy. I don't want to have to buy a new one because this one costs like $600 for the same one for the newer version of the one I have.
Yeah. So now basically all it is just like a little bit. It's just like a water hose with like a sprayer on the end of it now, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, with no pressure behind it.
And the thing that really sucks about it, that Honda engine on it works great. I mean, it runs. It runs fine. It starts on one pull every fucking time.
Can you take that pump apart?
I've taken the pump itself looks fine. It's that controller side, and you can't really do anything to it. I've taken it apart and looked at it, and I can't figure out what's wrong with it.
Maybe you get lucky and find one of the same model on damn like Facebook Marketplace. Somebody selling for like a couple $100.
I've been looking. I haven't found nothing like that.
That sucks.
It's not one
it does.
a lot of people have, and it's okay. I maybe I'll go back to a fucking cheaper. I don't need one that powerful. I like it because it would do everything I wanted it to, and I really want to clean my patio off and my driveway off. And it was like at the end of last summer is when I figured out it wasn't working right when I went to clean my driveway off. And
well, I tell you what, take some advice from somebody who's been there and done that. Don't buy a Toro because them motherfuckers are not worth a shit. Them bastards are junk.
If I'm going to buy anything, it's probably going to either be a Ryobi or what's that? Springfield?
I ain't got no problem with Ryobi products. I think they're good.
That's all I use.
And like I said, my Ryobi has a Honda engine on it, and it works. It's a good engine. The engine runs strong. I may try and look for the pump again for an exact batch pump, but none of the freaking numbers on that pump mean anything. you can't look it up by the numbers on it.
What size engine you got on yours? A 3.5?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what's on mine, a 3.5.
I'd call Ryobi up directly, man.
Yeah, you might be able to do that.
You'd have to have a model number.
I don't know if I'd try to buy one right now, though, with 125% tariffs on that. The pump probably higher than a motherfucker. It'd probably
the Ryobi's coming from China. It didn't come from China.
Yeah. TTI.
Don't.
Yeah.
You say they don't come from China?
Mine does not. Mine did not come from China. I can't remember where it came from, but it was not China.
Yeah, I haven't looked, so mine probably came from the same place yours came from. So hell, I don't know.
They come from different manufacturing facilities.
Oh, okay.
But I think mine came from India, which isn't much better.
Well, at least they lowered their tariffs, so it might be okay to buy one.
That's just the pump. The motor didn't. The motor actually came from America.
The Honda motor.
The Honda motor was built in America.
I try not to buy anything from China. It takes too damn long to get here.
Yeah.
Well, you don't buy very much off of Amazon, then, do you?
No, I jump around. I try to. If I can't get it in 2 or 3 days, then I know it. If I can get it in 2 to 3, 4 days, I I know that shit ain't coming from China.
Well, that's true too.
Well,
Because it ain't clearing customs that damn fast.
It didn't take that long. So.
Well, I mean, a lot of stuff from China is already here in the Amazon shops.
That's true. You're right. 100%. I agree with that.
In the warehouses, yep, they're full.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a damn Amazon warehouse not far from me. That thing is so damn big, it employs 25,000 people. That is a huge fucking building, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit. 25,000 employees in one building? That's a lot of damn employees.
You ever seen their automated systems that they use in there? Those damn robots and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen YouTube videos of it. I've never actually seen inside of one of them.
Have you guys seen the video? I don't know if it was DARPA or Boston Dynamics. So you know how they keep constantly upgrading robot tech, like robot tech, like walking robots, right? Like humanoids. The latest one they just put out, I want to say it was Boston Dynamics. You see this thing doing like tactical movements, like I swear to God, it's moving like a person, and it's the freakiest shit ever. Like we are so close to having aimbot robots that can. We're in Terminators. We're in Terminator soon.
Hey, Brosford, was it the black one or the silver one?
I don't remember, man. But he's like low crawling. It's low crawling. It does like a combat roll on the floor, and you're like, wow, that's ridiculous.
That was Boston Dynamics when
Crazy.
I saw that.
I tell you one, that damn Tesla robot, dude, it's really close to going to market.
Boston
I hope they put long hair on them and a good mouth on those robots. You know what I mean?
Well, I can see like a practical application for these things too. So like, I don't think we'll have like an army of robots, but I can see like, if you think hey, they're expendable, people are not, right? You think you have that kind of thing going in on basically a suicide mission. We don't give a shit if it comes back, but it's going to go in to jack them up. I could absolutely see them having some sort of special forces application.
Yeah, but let me ask you something on that though. You being the military mind and all that kind of stuff, would you really want the enemy to get that kind of technology? Because all they have to do is shoot like one of its legs off and make it immobile. Then they could go over and take it down. Then they have that fucking technology. Would you really want them to have that though? Think about it. I mean that could actually be worse.
But you say that, right? But you got to think about that like everything. So like the brand new fighter
that's true.
The brand new fighter we're unveiling. Like for the longest time, we had the F-22, and that was the top dog. If we're scared of employing it, then we shouldn't use it. We should never have done it. So you look at the raid that took out Bin Laden, right? So apparently some top secret helicopter got shot down, and now that's in China because Pakistan took it and just gave it away.
Well, hell, look at all that equipment during the Afghan withdrawal. Look at all that equipment that got left over there.
Yeah, most of that stuff was used up. Anything that
but still, though, I mean, that's technology that we really didn't want them to have,
Yeah. Well, that's because they said it was more cost effective to leave it than bring it home. And for like a lot of small arms, that might be the case. That's been done in wars for generations.
Oh, but I know they've done that in World War II. Bringing it back, they would just dump that shit off in the ocean.
Yeah, my grandfather did that in Korea. They're like, hey, this wasn't supposed to be on board. Get rid of it.
Yeah, they just throw this shit overboard and let it go to the bottom of the damn ocean.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. So drone technology is going to be really cool. I can't wait. I mean, I'm excited to see what the future is, but it's also terrifying. Like as a human, like I'm glad my time on ships is likely over because they're going to be a premium target always, and we just have to hope that our technology stays better than our adversaries, because the problem we have nowadays is that we're using these very expensive high-end pieces of equipment to shoot down very cheap drones comparatively.
Yeah.
It's you know what though? It's a crazy time we living in right now, as far as technology.
Oh yeah.
The shit that they're able to come up with and create is dude, I never thought I would have seen that kind of shit in my lifetime.
Well, here's the thing though, right? So like there's a fear that if AI is truly AI, right, then it's self-aware eventually, like the fucking Terminator. Pardon my language, like the Terminator, and the fear is that it would turn on you, right? But the downside of that is if we don't do it, our adversaries are going to do it, and that would be used against us anyway. So we might as well do it, and hopefully we can retain control.
Yeah, true. I mean, look, you're right, 100%. We can't fall behind the times. We have to stay ahead of this shit. We have to be the first one. We have to be the first one that brings that shit out and make it actually work right. We have to do that.
The good news though is that, like, you think about it, our weapons that we use as our deterrents through history, through the past several decades, is all very old technology. So, like, right now, there's no real, in my opinion, there's no real fear of those letting themselves loose because they can't. There's a human factor required.
Yeah. And I hope that's the way it stays as long as I breathe.
Yeah.
Well, well, if you look at like what's happening between Russia and Ukraine, and like that type of warfare is horrifying. Like I can't imagine the fact, like, talking about post-traumatic stress. Like, I can't imagine if you're out there and you survive, because there's a good chance you're going to die because they can see you without even being close to you. But if you survive that, you're forever. Anything that whirs is going to trigger you for the rest of your life. Because that's just something that you're going to hear, and it's going to instantly send you into panic. I mean, it is, and even as like from the Navy aspect, right? Like, the Russian boats that are, we can talk about this because it's all on international news, but the Russian ships that were sunk in the Black Sea by the drone boats, like, they keyholed those boats. So they sent one into the hole, they sent the next one right into the same hole. That's how they sunk them. But it's like there's nothing. They just did not have the technology to do it. Like you see in the video, heat signature from a dude who's trying to shoot this thing to prevent himself from sinking. Like that is. I mean, it is truly horrifying. I'm glad I'm not on the ship anymore. And then, like, I have serious, I want my kids to do what they want to do moving forward. But I would not want my kids to have to face that. But it's just me, a dad speaking, right? But but you think about that too. If you ever, there's some pretty cool YouTube channels out there that like have these veterans telling their stories. And one of the ones I saw that was really fascinating had a World War II vet sit down with a Operation Enduring Freedom vet. So a modern vet with an old vet. And the thing that they talked about is like, hey, I would not want to fight in your time period. So like the guy from World War II, he's like, my enemy, I knew who my enemy was. They were wearing a uniform. They're right in front of me every time, right? Whereas he's like, I would not want to fight where you fought, to the modern vet, because you don't know who it is. They're dressed to hide in the crowd, and it's just, that's terrifying. Whereas the Operation Enduring Freedom vet's like, I'm very comfortable where I am because I was trained to fight that. Thinking about how you fought in World War II, where you guys were just charging at each other with brand new high-end technology like machine guns and like high caliber weapons. That's crazy, because it's basically where we blended this concept of like formations coming at each other, and you're throwing in modern tech that can just mow people down. So like, it was very, very fascinating hearing. So like, I'm sure in the future our children will be used to it. It'll be the norm. Whereas for me, I'm just like, that's just a horrifying thing to think about.
Yeah.
What would have been a horrifying to me, if you think about it, the way that the armies were during the Civil War. They all just lined up in lines. They know they're going to die, but they have to line up in lines and march toward the other people. They know they're going to die. There's no way they're going to survive that shit.
Well, I mean, think about Civil War. So I'm in a course called Command and Staff. It's a Marine Corps higher level education for military leaders. And one of the things we talk about is the Civil War, and that being like really the first truly modern war. Whereas it was the formations, and you were running at each other with rifled weapons. Eventually, the Gatling guns, and you're easily mowed down. Like, there's a high chance you're gonna die. And not only that, like, in the modern military, you got people from all over the place, right? So it's, people are dying, but they're like from various places in the country. Whereas in the Civil War, your regiment was your entire town's men. So if like
Mhm.
if your platoon got mowed down, that's potentially all the men in your neighborhood or wherever you're from. So like an entire population of men in like the city of Austin, Texas, could have just been wiped off the face of the earth. Like that's it's just interesting to see how we've evolved over time.
Who was it that said
Yes.
that World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones?
Yeah.
Is that
And you know
Einstein?
what? That's a good possibility because after World War III, it's probably gonna wind up being a damn push button war, most likely.
I don't know. So like the thing is, we always or the big fear is World War III, right? But then that being said, like our adversaries are just as adverse to letting one loose as we are. Like we're not the only ones with nukes. They all have them. They also have ballistic missile submarines. I mean, they can, whether or not China chooses to do it, they don't really. But China could come over here just like the Russians do. It's just a way longer trip for them. But it's they don't they don't want to end the world. They just want to be the top dog. The thing that we have to continue to do is to balance the crazy with the policy. So like we got to have just enough crazy in there where they think that we could be the ones that would do it. So that kind of maintains our credibility for deterrence. Because if they don't think you'll do it, they're just going to ignore you and walk all over you.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that I've always thought, and this is just me thinking, I don't think any other country would ever try to come over here and take our land, because the one thing we got over other countries is most other countries are not allowed to own firearms, like their citizens and stuff. And hell, everybody in the country here has got a damn firearm. So they're not only fighting our military, they're fighting all the damn citizens too.
I don't think that would happen, but what I do think would happen is what's probably I think at some point we're going to have, and I hate to say it like this, like this is just pure speculation. The amount of illegal citizens that came in our country last year, think about that. There's millions. Then you think about how many people from foreign, like adversarial countries came in, right? Think about how people get illegal weapons, right? Think about what happened in Israel. If you think about what happened in Israel, right, and you take that, the scale up that to America, right? The percent of their population that was wiped out in that attack 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was, the percent that was wiped out, if you scale that to our population, right, it would have been 53,000 American people lives, I believe. And something like that. It's like 53,000 or 48,000. Regardless, it's a lot. So you think about comparatively, if that was how we would react if there was a scaled attack on us, which I think that's actually possible. There could for sure be a hidden force in the population that we don't know about. I mean, that somebody might know about, but that could make an objective that could provide them some more weapons, or allow that they can enable it, or they can do something that could hurt us or send a message to embarrass us, whether that be in DC or wherever. You think about, I mean, it's stupid to think about. You think about White House down, right? Like are we truly prepared to, if someone wanted to launch a full-on assault on the Capitol to send a message and take out our leaders, could we stop that? Do we have enough firepower there?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
They got a bunker underneath the White House.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, even though we have a military base there, does it house enough people to fight off that attack? You know what I mean?
The National Guard would be on it in seconds, but I mean, and he's not wrong. Like, there's precaution. I mean, this is all stuff that's for sure been thought about, where they would just stash the important people until it's over.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's I mean, it's just, there's so many unaccounted for individuals in our country that aren't being tracked because they just walked across that.
Exactly.
It's kind of, kind of freaky to think about. But you know, can't live
Yeah,
in fear. You got to keep living your life.
no, you can't. And out of the, what did they say? As closest to a number they could get is something like 20 million came in within the 4 years.
Wow.
That's a lot of that's a lot of damn people displaced all over this, and we got a very big ass country. So those 20 million can hide like some bitch, and you never even know they're there.
Yeah, and I mean it's I am not opposed in any way to immigration, but like just like everyone who comes here, so like everyone who comes here and actually does it the legal way, right? They are the people who are immigrants that did it the right way are the most firm people that are against illegal immigration because they went through the nut roll to get it done.
Yep.
And it's not easy. Like that test is hard. Like most Americans will fail that test, but you know, it's how it should be done because it also it brings pride. Like these people that come in and aren't part of our culture, like, hey, if you're going to come here, you know, and you want to be an American, we support that. We want immigration to be done the right way. But we also want you to build upon our country's identity. If you're coming here and you're just illegal and you're going to fly your flag, get the fuck out.
100%. I agree 100% with that shit.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
What was that?
Well, there's a bunch of chat going on that nobody's seeing.
Well, you know, also the other thing is, you know, you think about it. Bump the button on my headphones. You hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, yeah. So like, it's been stopped, but like when I went to college, right, there was a ton of Chinese grad students, and it's well known and documented now that those grad students, a lot of them were reporting to the Chinese party. And what they do is they come over here, participate in these grad programs, and then they steal and take the proprietary data and they bring it back to their country. And that's how they get all this nice shit. It's not like everyone thinks that China's pretty high end. It's not that they're necessarily. I'm sure they do have some brilliant minds. Every country has brilliant minds, but they are experts at exploiting what other people have already invested in, and they get it quicker than they would on their own.
Oh yeah. It's just like a regular thief. They would rather steal from you than go to work and earn it them damn selves.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see when this. That's the other thing, right? They got this 6th gen fighter. We got a 6th gen fighter coming out.
There's 6th
You know,
gen
they'll probably never meet in combat. But
I'm sorry, but their 6th gen fighter looks like a 4th gen fighter. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean, not really.
but the technology, that son of a bitch is going to have is like unbelievable.
What did you say,
Ralsford? I mean, no, it looks like a wing. It looks like probably ours is going to look like. I mean, I'm sure they got leaked images of what ours were at some point, and then they probably just started, you know, copying our homework and being like, this is probably what it should be, and
yeah, but
what's
have you
coming
seen the close-up pictures they got of it recently? How shitty it looks.
I mean, but you could say the same thing about Russia, right? Russia, they would build their aircraft, and like the rivets would still be showing.
Right.
However, they'd put these big ass engines on them, and they're still very capable aircraft.
Yep. I'm like this though. It don't have to be pretty to be effective. As long as it's effective, it does its job.
If you want it to be
one thing we need to be careful about though is, you know, I'm all for making everyone pay their fair share, but for our allies that are definitely paying their fair share, like Poland, Poland is like, of all the countries in Europe, Poland is the country we need to be backing more than anyone. Because
they border Russia, damn right.
Well, but they have bought in 100%. They want America to be the #1 superpower in the world. They want to invest in us. Like they are allowing. We have 10,000 troops. The Army 5th Corps is housed out of Poland. They have, and on top of that, we want, you know, our standard for NATO is that our NATO allies. Hold on. Our NATO allies are required to pay 2% of their gross domestic product to put that towards the defense. That is a requirement. They have not been meeting that. That's what Trump is calling them all out on. So that's kind of where the rub has been. You're like, hey, you pay your fair share, or you're out, or we're not going to help you, right?
Hadn't Poland
Poland has doubled down. Poland, not only are they paying their fair share, they're paying like 4%, and it's going to ramp up to 5%. To put that in perspective, we do like 2.5. They are out of all their economy, of whatever it brings in, they are spending an outrageous amount on modernization and military buildup. And it's for self-preservation, of course, but Poland is tired of getting pushed around, but they are 100% like our strongest ally in Europe right now.
Yep, I agree with that. And I know they've been buying a lot of shit lately. A lot of
Well, they're buying Apaches, they're buying F-35s, they're getting all of our Gucci stuff, and then, you know, they're going to train with us, so they're going to know how to use it.
F-35, love that plane.
It's
Yeah,
all
but
right.
still, I think the most sexiest plane ever been built to me personally is the F-22. That motherfucker is just a beautiful. It is a
It looks
beautiful
good,
plane.
but you know what? You know what my favorite airplane will be, and it's probably because my dad worked at an air base with him forever ago. But
F-15.
No, the A-10. I'm a huge A-10 fan.
Oh yeah, I like the A-10 too.
The A-10 is a sexy beast.
It's funny because the Air Force wants to get rid of that thing, and every time they try and get rid of it, like the Marine Corps is like, oh, we'll take it, and they're like, nah, we'll hold on to this thing for a little bit longer. Or recently they tried to get rid of it, and Congress is like, no, you're not doing that.
No, they upgraded it, didn't they?
They've extended it indefinitely, and it is the best.
Upgraded it. They gave it a recent upgrade or something.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're gonna modernize it. They put in. Basically, they're gonna sustain a fleet of them indefinitely. But they're the best ground support fighter that we have.
An amazing ground support plane.
But the problem is, it's only we have to be careful to pick and choose where we use it, right? If we were, it works in these, it works in the like Arabian Gulf type theater. But if you use it somewhere where you have peer capabilities like Russia or China, they're going to get picked off left and right. They're not going to survive.
True. But they work well in the desert.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going against like you know, Iraq, Iran. I mean, even Iran. I don't know what they got nowadays. They probably take them out, but they're very slow, and they're easy to shoot down. I think.
I tell you what, Iran is getting rid of though. They're getting rid of the Houthis because now they don't want no part of them.
Well, it's, you know, we've shown now that we are willing to put our foot down and not tolerate this crap.
Yeah, I mean, you start shooting at our ships, and you know, bad things are going to happen.
Don't touch our boats.
Well, and you know, that's what should have been happening the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, you fire on us, you know, we're going to fire back with lethal force. You know, we're not just going to shoot you and say, hey, stop. We need to fucking
the job of the military. The one thing, so there's actually things that I don't necessarily. We got to be careful how I say this here.
Yes, you do.
I don't agree. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the things that are current. So Pete Hegseth, I don't know if he was necessarily would have been my first choice. I get why he's the guy because he's different. However, I think that he is lacking probably a lot of the resident knowledge that person should have.
And you know what? You very well could be right about that.
There's a lot of people that I do like. There's a lot of people that I get what the president was doing. He's like, you know, the first time he went in, right, he was kind of leaning on, hey, this is the guy. This per people telling him, this is the guy. This is what you need. This is what you need. And now he's creating his staff himself because he's like, I know what I need. And sometimes, you know, I just think there might have been a better choice, but I do. There's a lot of the policies I do like, right? And here's what gets me. So, like like getting us back to war fighting. Like we are supposed to be the most lethal force on the face of the planet. We shouldn't be. I shouldn't have to worry about fucking inclusion training. That's some bullshit. Like I've been fighting with all the races the entire time I've been serving. So I mean, it's not like I don't look at them any different. They're Americans. They're like brothers and sisters, right? So I don't think of them any differently. So I shouldn't have to go through this extra administrative burden that's going to make me less lethal because I'm more worried about knocking that out than I am going to the gun range. The things that he's done that kind of I think hurt the Republican Party. So like they renamed Fort Bragg to Fort Liberty, and then they renamed Fort Benning to Fort Moore, right? So Fort Bragg, they had already spent millions of dollars to get all the signs and stuff changed to Fort Liberty. And as a middle finger back to the left party, right, they changed it back. So we're spending millions of dollars again after we've said, hey, we're trying to cut the fraud, waste, and abuse. We're spending millions of dollars again to change it back. Whatever. Fort Bragg back, fine. Now think about Fort Benning, which was Fort Moore after Hal Moore. You guys know who Hal Moore is? Hal Moore is the guy from We Were Soldiers. He's like a genuine war hero, right? So to give the middle finger back to the Democratic Party, they changed it to back to Fort Benning and named it after some corporal. Now I'm not saying the corporal is not a war hero, and I'm not saying that at all. However,
it's a waste of money.
Hal Moore, it's a waste of money, and Hal Moore is a genuine hero.
Oh,
he literally did it.
I don't think they ever should have changed the name to begin with.
Yes, I get that. Yes, I agree, but it was already done, right?
I know
it was already done,
and
it was already done.
As much as I was pissed off that they changed the name of those two, because those were two huge places for me. It's just. It was done. I mean, why change it back? You've already done.
And that's it, right? That's it, right? Like we can't. Both sides.
That's expensive.
Both sides are guilty, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the Republican Party has a chance to reach across the aisle and build some bipartisanship. And it seems like every opportunity that we have to kick them in the nuts. You're like, geez, man, do we have to?
Politics, and it's the way they work, and it's the way they keep us little guys down.
But the Defense Department should not be dealing with politics. You're supposed to take the strategic goals of the country, which are based off of some political implications. But you're supposed to take the military is separate from politics. That's why when there's these political briefings that's solely political, you will not see a military officer standing behind POTUS or the SecDef, because if it's purely a political goal, you will not see a uniformed person there. Matter of fact, there's been several times where the chiefs of staff have been asked to be present for certain briefings, and they're said, no, I will not be, because it's completely inappropriate.
It's not their place. It's not what they're there for. Hey guys,
they're there to provide military expertise and be able to speak to what their force.
Yeah, he does have to be up in like 6 hours.
I'm in California, man. It's not even times of year.
It's 11 o'clock here, so it's 9 there.
That's not it. Yeah.
I'm only on my sixth beer.
It's midnight here.
I hate it here, man. I'm ready to go home.
How much longer you got there?
I'm flying home after work tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, that ain't bad then.
Yeah, I'll be home Friday morning.
Well, all right there, Pinks. I'm gonna let you run, buddy. All right. I know you're ready to get off here.
Yeah.
Woody, nice talking to you, buddy. I ain't seen you in a long time, man.
Yeah, good talking to y'all too.
All right, take it easy, Brailsford.
All right,
Who else is on the panel with us? Take care, buddy.
I'm trying to hop on more of these, but man, I tell you what, like the same reason I can't get this Cobra should have been registered, and I should be driving it right now constantly, but work and my kids always being busy, I have not had time to even get that thing out.
Yeah, I don't have mine running yet either. So
join the club. All right, guys.
So last weekend, Oh, you're trying to hop off? Thanks. I'll get off.
Yeah, I'm shutting her down, man.
Yeah, no worries.
All
All
right.
right, guys. What's up?
We'll catch you guys later. We'll catch you later, bros. All right. Peace.
I'm out of here.